Shall we do a show?
Are we done?
Yeah.
Am I not peaking anymore?
You sound
beautiful.
beautiful.
Cool.
I want you in my colon.
Oh, that's...
Yeah.
Well, I'm coming there through your ears, okay?
Ooh, that's the weird long way, Daddy.
Yep.
Take me home.
Okay, that's how we start the episode.
I thought you were dead.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Come, my ladies. Come, my gents.
Yeah.
It is time for Roast Mortem. My name is Tom.
My name is Travis. Take me home.
Oh, you confused me with your timbre and sudden cadence shift. I'm your Cody for this evening, and capable of inflecting my sentences down to let people know I'm finished, Travis.
Take me home to the place where I belong.
All right.
Is that up or down?
I
Mike.
think we're fine.
Do it again, Mike. Say your name again.
I'm Mike.
There you go.
Here.
Wait, he has a name?
Mike's here.
Yeah.
You know who else we
Who
have?
gave him a name?
You know what else we have? We have my girlfriend Gabriella in the house tonight.
Hello, Gabby.
Oh, hello.
Hey,
Yes.
everybody.
It is
There
clear
she
that I
is.
owe her something, so she's on the show. I'm just kidding. I have fun.
Everybody get up. Gabby's here now.
Oh, I like that.
Gabby's here because she helped me do all the research, and you would not have a show without her tonight.
Yeah,
so,
Gabby.
with that, thanks for being here. Thanks for everyone showing
Team
up.
player.
That's how we do it.
Yeah.
I think we have to get down to business now, which is, Travis, your fucking week. What was it like, and how the hell are you?
My week's good, you know. What'd I do? I've been doing a lot of thrifting, a lot of getting things. I got myself a backgammon set that's old.
You're so
And I
vintage,
play
Travis.
backgammon with myself. And what else did I do? I got a knife, and it's got a bone handle. And it's
cool.
made in Germany. I just buy things, and I fill my house with things.
Ah, very nice.
But isn't that life?
Collecting trash.
Yeah, all right.
I don't know. Some people go to Home Goods and fill their house with things that say beautiful and beach time and love, live, laugh. I filled my house with knives and pornography.
Right.
But it's cool stuff, you know?
Equal crazies in a fair
Yeah.
world. Equal crazies. Okay,
Tasteful.
that's really beautiful. Gabriella, how was your week?
My week was pretty good. Nothing happened.
Nothing? That's
Nothing
good.
at all.
Yeah, I can relate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, but Gabby,
think-
it's 2021. Everything's supposed to happen.
Yeah, I wore different pants this week than the
Nice.
week before.
Is that
baby.
Yeah. So that's fun.
I actually could tell you all she's lying, but that's fine. It's a nice try at a steak event. Very nice. Mike, what did you think of Gabby's pants, and how was your week?
Those are nice pants you
Don't
got.
look at my girlfriend.
Oh, sorry.
Stop doing that.
How was your
I
week,
fell
dude?
right into that one. It was good. I got rejected by a girl. That's pretty nice.
Oh,
Not rejected. I just
Good job.
told her I was lactose intolerant, I think, and I was shitting my pants, and she just stopped answering me.
Wait, are you lactose intolerant?
Yeah, are you?
Well, I guess so. I was like shitting my pants really bad
Yeah.
the other day. And I don't know, I ate a whole thing of Ben and Jerry's by myself.
okay.
And the next day I just felt like shit. And I told her that and she just stopped talking to me.
You didn't follow up at all?
She smelled
You know,
bitch on your
it,
jeans.
like, it says scene.
Yeah.
So I know she saw it. And I'm like,
Oh, you were bumbling her.
Wow.
So she wasn't worried about you at all?
She did not give one fuck.
Wow.
Which is all right. I mean,
Okay, fair
so
enough.
I'm upset.
Well, Mike, there's plenty of fish in the sea, right? There's plenty of
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
in the ocean.
Yeah, especially if you're eating that fish food. You're getting that diarrhea with the fish.
It's
Yeah.
the chocolate Ben and G's, you know?
Yeah, exactly. You know, I may or may have not shit my pants this week. I don't really want to get into that. Cody, how was your week?
Weird thing that happened. I'm unnecessarily excited to share with you, but just paints an illustration of my current like bachelor situation. I go to it's on foot. I go to like my local like fancy kitchen, and I'm like, oh, give me a pepperoni pizza to go, please. You know, standard takeout.
Mm-hmm.
Go there. They're like, oh, here, sir, here's your takeout. And I grab it. It's a pizza box. I don't fucking question it at all. And I run home with it, giddy as a schoolgirl can be. And then, like, I got Netflix going. It's dark. I open the box. I eat the entire thing. And then only once I'm done, I'm realized I've been handed the wrong order, and I have no idea what I have eaten for like the last 70 minutes. I'm just like, whoa!
I mean,
I'm like
tastes
I'm
good,
like
I
looking
guess.
at the leftovers in the box.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, whoa! I ate feta cheese at some point. This is weird.
Opening your horizons, or what is it called? Expanding your horizons.
Expanding your horizons. Pretty good. Opening your mouth to expand your horizons. It's just getting to the point.
A goddamn mystery what I ate for dinner last night.
Fun.
I guess I have to be okay with it.
I feel fine today, right?
I think
Yeah,
I kind of want. I think we need one of those in the arms of the angel, like slow motion truck-ins on your face for 70 minutes.
Does anyone want to adopt our Cody?
Yeah,
He needs help.
I give him $1.
He
ate
pizza
something and he doesn't know.
I'm okay with it.
Cody, my question is, what were you watching on Netflix that had you so engrossed?
The Great British Baking Show.
Wait,
So-
so you're
It was
watching a
about
show
food
about
that
people
made me-
eating things, and you're eating something you don't know what it is.
Yeah, that's why I guess it worked because it like preempted my olfactory nerves, and it was just like, oh yeah, this pizza tastes like a raspberry tart, I guess, but it wasn't.
You could have been eating sawdust, like most Americans
I don't even
do.
know if it was a pizza. It came in a pizza box.
Where'd you go? Little Caesars? A little. What they
No,
got?
there's
Hawaii?
a nice little gourmet kitchen around here called the Monkey Pod, Mike. I'll take you sometime.
A monkey pod?
Monkey Pod, yeah.
That's a pizza? Tom, what pizza did you get?
That's a good
How's
question.
your week?
DiJordan?
What did I do? I was on a Facebook stream
Ugh.
this week, which was fun. I went out to the guys in Internal Bleeding, Chris and Chris, out on Long Island, way out there,
Facebook stream?
on a Facebook stream with thousands of viewers.
Oh,
I
that's
didn't know
sick.
they had as many as they had, but it was very fun answering questions and sitting in the magical tour bus.
Was
That-
Mark Zuckerberg there too?
Yeah, he showed up and he spanked us all.
That's up.
And it was all right. He's got really soft hands. So either way, no, that was fun. Shout out to Chris and Chris from Internal Bleeding. Thanks for having us out there. What else did I do? I didn't do anything. That's it. That's the highlight of the week. That was the most fun I had.
Oh man, these are getting better and better.
They sure are, man. Especially with this shutdown and we haven't done anything.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I actively want more things to complain about.
I know.
It doesn't make good radio, though. I'm not the best complainer.
I
Okay.
did you a thing or two.
Wait. So, who's on the choppy man this week, and where are we?
Well, thanks for asking.
Yeah,
And as I mentioned before, Gabriella, thank you for doing all this damn research for me.
You're very, very welcome.
Okay. Well, you clicked on the episode. You know it's here. Joan Crawford.
What's that?
We're talking about a lady, a very sexual-looking lady.
Ah.
Big shoulders.
Ah.
Sharp eyebrows.
Yeah,
Oh, my
Mike.
shoulder blade.
Yeah, real shoulder blade material.
Whenever I hear her name, I always get hungry because I think of crawfish.
Very, very funny you say that. There's several people in her life that always said that she sounded like fish. She sounded like Cajun food.
Well, all right. Well, crawfish.
Yeah. This happened. Well, you know what? We'll get into it. So, if you don't know who Joan Crawford is, that's okay, because I didn't either.
Yeah, I
She's
know
a
her.
famous actress who from the silent era to about the 60s, was pretty active on the silver screen, showing her face, doing her own makeup. Basically, she was like one of the first professional whores. This was the imagery that she dealt with. She was very brave, and I'm saying brave with a capital B, because it's not really brave. It's just a good way to make money. This is a woman who took Hollywood by the roots and then had sex with it. I don't know what that means, but she did it.
Are the roots the nuts?
The roots of the nuts.
I thought it was your pubes.
Yes.
I would say that the root would be the taint, the base of everything.
All right.
That's your gooch hair.
That's right. So we're going to start off with her. We're going to do the format is a touch different. We're going to cover her career a bit, and then we'll get into the goss later. Because the careers of these people, these Hollywood people, they're not that interesting to read about. They're really not. It's like they went to a studio, they did a bunch of things.
Yeah, it's silent too, so you don't really have to do much. Just
Well,
Fucking, you just fucking show up and fucking point the shit at you.
You're
like-
not wrong, but
I like this.
Yeah.
it's a good point, Mike. I mean, you're not wrong at all. Just following the history of movie stars, when it comes to the actual movies, there's not much happening on set. These people are just getting pampered and doing coke and having a great time.
Good coffee too.
Great
Craft
coffee.
services, baby.
Lots of food.
I always think that like people that are just like really into like movies or like a particular actor, they always kind of creep me out a little bit. Like you're gonna kill someone,
Oh, yeah.
aren't you?
Yep. There's always
Little
that
bit.
guy in the documentary whose their hair is terrible. Any form of terrible. They could do less, is what I'm saying. And they look like they're going to rape.
Rape.
That's
Yeah.
really
Rape.
it. There was a guy in the Joan Crawford one who looked like that in one of the documentaries who, was putting a lot of
Super fan.
words in her mouth about how nice she was. And it's just
Yeah.
like, I don't think you know that, sir. You're 10 years older than me.
And sometimes these guys take too long of pauses. Like that.
Fuckers. How dare they?
A little too long.
Well, because they're thinking
Like
about
that.
her titties.
Yes.
That's Hollywood vibes.
Good point. Yeah. You got to do the theatrical pause.
Also, another annoying thing about movie people that only speak in movie quotes. Bothers the shit out
Like
of me.
Duke Nukem.
Shout out to boomers in general. They all do this. And then they look at you and
Oh, I love that.
go,
Yes.
don't you like my sense of humor?
I hate that. And then they look at you and you're like, I don't know what you're talking about. And they're like, you don't know this movie? It's like, it's from 18. It doesn't even exist. You made it up.
18. Wow.
That's a
matter-
silent
It's
film.
not even a movie. It's from the 1800s. You just made it up.
I mean, is there like a billing that we could do? Like maybe we could bill boomers for like the amount of Blazing Saddles references that they
Karate
make.
Kid too.
Like it's a karate.
Sweep the leg.
Or Crocodile Dundee.
Bullshit.
Do I look like a bitch? Did I sound like Samuel L. Jackson there? Because I really tried on that one.
You did, yeah, Paul. It's even better when you know the quote, and then someone gets it wrong, and they look at you and go, "Do you know what that's from?" Okay, let's talk about the lady of the hour that you've downloaded. The hour and 45 minutes. Joan Crawford.
Yeah.
Now she was born in. Well, let me rephrase this. She was born March 23rd. We got that.
Yeah.
1904, possibly 1905 or 6. No one really knows. Her real name was Lucille Fay Lasour.
She's hot.
Well, I was just saying,
Holy
we don't
shit,
know her birth year because the lady never tells, right?
That might be. We'll see.
She's a
Wow.
bad person, Tom.
She's not a bad person. She just beat some kids. It's fine.
That's
Look,
right.
just hang in there. Okay, I'll get to it.
She's very pretty.
Very pretty. Extremely pretty.
For a child beater.
Yeah.
You need a smack or two.
So she's born in San Antonio, Texas, to Thomas E. Lasour and Annabelle Johnson. She
job.
is of French, Swedish, Irish, and possibly snake ancestry.
Oh, nice.
Excuse me.
Snake? Wait, she's a
What the fuck is
reptilian dog?
She might be. Okay? I don't want you to read into it. I'm just saying, allegedly, there's reptilian in here.
Oh, my God.
I believe it.
Can you guys
Whoa.
hang in there with me? Understand that that's fact?
Third eyelid.
Well, wait.
Essentially.
She have a
hold
third
on,
eyelid?
Yeah.
Tom, because we have a public show, does that mean that we're actually reptilian?
I wish.
Do you ever think about that?
We are media.
I'm not really sure.
Do you have a third eyelid? Does anyone have a third eyelid here?
I don't know if I can
My-
trust you guys anymore.
You shouldn't.
My blood is pretty cold.
It just got so tense in here because I'm kind of
Yeah.
I'm kind of in
weird.
the belief of there's something strange happening with the DNA. Okay, continuing on.
Whatever.
Hal Lasour, her brother, he ended up moving to L.A. in 1928, and found work in the movie industry as an uncredited extra, I wish, and a makeup artist, which means that he was having gay sex with other men for fun. He only ever received one screen credit, so that's how you make a career back in 1928. He was on his
He
deathbed.
was able to buy a house from his one
Oh.
thing as an extra.
That's right. He lived on Venice Beach. Ooh. That's right. Yeah, he was on his deathbed, and his sister sent him some telegrams, but she didn't attend the funeral as it was far.
Would you send a singing telegram to a dying man? Because I feel like that'd cheer him up a little bit.
Well, you're gonna.
Hey, I
signal
know
that
you're
gonna
dying, but baby girl, here's a pizza I bought. I don't even know what toppings there are because it came
Travis,
from
that's
Cody's
a business
restaurant.
you should start.
Yeah, hospice hot takes.
Yes, but it's always your
hot singles.
voice.
Oh yeah,
Make
yeah.
a wish, Travis.
It might be other people, but it's always your voice.
Yeah, of course, dude. I got perfect intonation and tone.
It's good. It helps. So
I love it.
So, let's see. He had one daughter that he did name after Joan Crawford LeSueur. Joan was obviously in Hollywood when he had this kid. So she ended up becoming a Broadway dancer known as Joan Lowe. But we're not really talking about that bitch because she's still alive. So congratulations and Mazel Tov.
Joan Lowe.
Joan
Wait,
Lowe.
her mom is still alive?
I thought she was dead.
No, the daughter of the
daughter.
brother.
Oh.
This is a bit of a tangent
okay.
here. I'm just painting pictures. So if you want to trace a bloodline, start harassing people, you know where to look. Now, Thomas LeSueur ended up abandoning the family like a true old-fashioned father.
That's how you do it.
Right?
Wow.
When Lucille was around 1.
Don't remember me.
Her mother remarried a man named Henry Casson, who ran the Ramsey Opera House in Lawton, Oklahoma. According to census records, this was her mother's first marriage. So, there's probably some illegal hanky-panky. Put that guy's dick in jail. I don't know. I wasn't there. Until her teen years, Lucille believed that Henry was her biological father.
But now she's in Oklahoma's.
She's in Oklahoma's. She didn't exactly get out there yet, and that was a bit of a skip ahead with the whole Hal thing. Lucille liked going to visit her stepdaddy's opera house where she watched all these vaudeville motherfuckers and dancers. Her dream career was right there in front of her. She wanted to be a dancer. She's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do this. So in an attempt to practice this, she was practicing on her front porch one day and somehow managed to jump onto a milk bottle, shattering it, causing lots of surgeries, 3 surgeries, I believe. So that's how, if you want to get ahead in dancing, injure yourself. Start with sympathy.
She fucking jumped onto a milk bottle.
Yeah.
The fuck? How do you do that shit?
Well, allegedly she did it on purpose to avoid her day's piano lesson.
Damn, that's fucking.
Oh.
That's some real fucking shit you don't want to go to.
Yeah, now this is like a 9-year-old right now who's
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna dance for a
That
living.
shows her
And,
intelligence right there.
it's there.
That's
So-
dedication. Shit.
Wow.
So very similar, I learned a slang the other day, a sexual slang. Have you guys ever heard of a gleet?
Gleet? In your ass?
So it's kind of similar. It's about getting at something. So a gleet was slang used during World War I. And guys that got VD, like soldiers, would shove a matchstick into their penis, get that, VD off on the penis, and then they'd sell the matchstick to other soldiers so they could get off the front line. So the soldier would take the matchstick with the fucking goopy penis goop and then shove it into his urethra and be like, oh, doctor, I can't be on the trench anymore.
Why didn't they
That's a
just
gleet.
dock?
I don't know. I feel like that'd be more interesting. They're still worried about being manly, you know?
Because
You don't
Tom,
know they
they're
didn't.
not gay.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You think that's straight?
Wait, docking? That's straight.
Docking
Do it
is
all
very
the
straight.
time.
That's a straight activity.
What's wrong with you,
If you
Gabby?
ain't docking, you ain't doing it right.
She doesn't have a penis. Guys, give her a break, okay?
Who wants to gleet with me?
Stop.
I need a gleet for tomorrow. I want to go to work.
You're going to take that Portland gleet?
Yeah, look at that gleet, Travis.
Overnight
Yeah,
me a
dog,
gleet
gleet,
stick?
gleet, gleet.
Yeah. I can't
is
come
a
to work.
terrible
my
way to
dick's
live.
falling off.
So you can either gleet with someone or you can step on a milk bottle like Joan Rivers.
Could you imagine?
Joan Rivers, Joan
Pick your
Crawford.
Pick your path. Choose your own adventure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You can go back and listen to our Joan Rivers episode when we were baby faces and we cared a lot more about the things that we were saying. Now it seems to have all fallen apart. And we continue the show. In 1917, the family moved to Kansas City, Missouri, because Henry was blacklisted in Lawton because he was suspected of fraud. What fraud? I don't know. Is it alleged? Maybe. I didn't do any research here. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Her unstable family life greatly affected her education. Apparently, Henry began sexually abusing her when she was 11 years old, until she was sent away to Catholic school.
Where she was sexually abused more.
Yeah,
Jeez, that's terrible.
Catholic school.
it adds up. It really does. Very damaging what these churches and opera house people do.
Not surprised.
So her parents separated during this time, and she ended up working for the school, waiting tables and cleaning rather than studying, like a real dancer.
Wait, so when she's trying to be a dancer, is this like when regular ladies buy a stripper pole and work out?
Yeah, I was wondering if this is Zumba or where are we?
Like, are they really trying to work out, though?
I don't
It's
know.
good upper core.
I mean,
building.
I imagine, dude. I can't do what strippers do. It's
Yeah, shit
marvelous.
was hard.
They're athletes.
Yeah,
But
honestly,
I'm just
they are.
saying, you know.
You know what? I can see the innocent person going, you know what? I want to swing around this thing because I have lots of memories of my youth doing my own strip routine, which was just getting naked and then going across monkey bars in the dark. This was fun, and that's just that's a metal pole that has been bent many times
Yeah,
instead of
let's
just
call it-
one
let's
straight
call it-
one.
Let's call it like something Olympian, so it sounds cool, like the fixed pole vault.
Right.
Tom told me he was in gymnastics, not this.
This
This is what I did after hours. This is when you
keep
sneak
it
out of the house and you go to the
secrets.
preschool around the corner. You're only 9, so it's not perverted. I know.
Yet.
And you just take off your pants and cool down on the monkey bars. It's good.
Those rusty monkey bars.
Oh, why is it like this?
I just wanted to share that because I can see the innocence behind putting a stripper pole in your living room for your daughter to walk in and see you stretching.
I kind of want a 6-pack. I feel like you get a 6-pack from that shit.
Talking to the mic, god damn it.
I'm close enough. I feel like
Now you
going
are.
through.
Yeah, you can't move closer.
But you hold your body up, and I feel like you get a 6-pack like that.
Yeah, that's how do you think Johnny Sins does it?
I need a fucking stripper pole in my house.
Yeah. Coming soon, stripper Mike.
So she did. Joan did get into college, but she never attended. That's fine. At this point, she's also Lucille. Remember that? I keep forgetting. She hasn't made the switch yet. But classic Lucille. She drops out of school. Maybe she jumped on a bottle again. Who knows? She really never had any formal education past the 8th grade. I mean, 6th grade. Excuse me. Because she skipped so many classes, but they just put you through the mill back then. You know.
So if my education stopped when I was in 6th grade, all I would know how to do is build small rockets that I'd launch.
Yeah, that'll be.
To be like, oh, hey, what do you do for? Hey, a nice resume you got there. I see that you build small rockets.
In my time, we would also know Harry Potter.
In your time.
Yeah.
8th grade. 6th grade for us. It's a good point, Travis. If you had stopped at 6th grade, you could work for Elon Musk, and and you didn't. You pursued going to a arts college,
Yeah.
which means you are a failure.
I could have been putting ants on Mars, dude, with my tiny rockets.
Right. Had you just chilled out and read a few Elon Musk books.
Did you guys ever make a cork bottle?
What?
What do you call those?
What are you
things?
saying?
What are the things on top of wine bottles?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a cork.
Just a cork.
Cork.
Okay. So, did you guys ever make a cork boat?
No.
That's what else did ever make.
Ah.
No,
No.
that was
No.
fun.
I just went through the motions at school.
There were competitions that we had.
Were your parents heavy drinkers? Did you have a problem taking bathtubs?
Hey, this was my teacher. I don't know, right?
Was your teacher
So
a
the
heavy
teacher was
drinker?
definitely a heavy
Probably.
drinker.
Yeah, right.
Like all these wine
We just
corks.
had all the corks.
I really gotta get rid of these.
We
Today's
had a
lesson.
competition. We had to make the best floating boat, and then they would like shake the water.
And if your cork didn't sink, you got an A+. Let me
Your cork boat.
let me
No,
ask you.
today's-
Have you
no,
guys
today's
ever heard
so
of an
buoyant.
easy grade?
They wanted us to be like Castaway. They wanted us to be prepared.
Today's lesson, I'm going to prepare for tomorrow's lesson by making corks for you guys.
It's amazing. Just one afternoon with sangria and Mr. Hendricks, and you will fly. Okay. In 1924, she leaves Kansas City. She moves over to Detroit to begin dancing in choruses of some traveling shows. Now, one night, while in a club, she was scouted by a New York Broadway producer, whose name we do not know, or we just didn't bother to write down. And she was sent to New York to do some dancing in a chorus line. And she was in a play called Innocent Eyes, which has no importance in history whatsoever. But she did it. Apparently, here she allegedly had her first marriage with a saxophone player who had a massive dick. I just threw that in, maybe, for color.
Probably.
That only lasted a few months. She doesn't mention this in her history.
Maybe not.
And so it's not official. We don't have any paperwork on that.
I feel like you need a massive dick to play saxophone. There's a lot of buttons on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta slap those bottom B notes.
I'm
that
thinking
bottom
that she was just young and impressionable, and she was impressed by the saxophone.
Yeah.
And then she realized that it was the worst.
Yeah, when she heard it up close,
Yeah.
or she took her fingers out of her ears. Because saxophone is a bad instrument. It's quite terrible.
Oh.
It's only good for like some songs.
Listen, where has saxophone actually made a difference? There's Careless Whisper.
Yeah, there you go.
That's it.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, I'm just
That's all you need
saying.
to say.
Ken G could solve world peace.
But that's like a weird saxophone he plays. That's like he's playing for...
Oh, Miles Davis? That's a trumpet. Never
That's a
mind.
trumpet, which makes a terrible sound that I'm totally in favor for, to be totally transparent. Either way, this isn't important. Let's keep going.
All right.
Someone from Metron Goldwyn Mayer,
Oh.
better known as MGM, big
Oh,
Hollywood
that's what it fucking
hotshots.
stands for? I never knew that.
They spotted her. They were like, "Oh shit, I'm from MGM. I want this bitch with these giant shoulders to come out to LA, and I'm gonna pay her $75 a week to do stand-ins and extra shit."
Ooh.
So during this time, they had this More Stars Than the Heavens. It was like Gabby, what is this? It's like a school kind of thing where they find people that look sexual and then run them through the gambit. They give them dancing classes, acting classes. Makeup.
Horse riding lessons.
Yeah, a lot of westerns.
Very random one, but yeah, it was for all the westerns they had back then. They had makeup lessons, hair lessons, posture lessons, etiquette lessons, all these things.
Right, the how to not look like shit lessons, which
Yeah.
really go a long way.
Because a lot of these people came from nothing, so they didn't know anything.
I think we could still use this in entertainment because a lot of people don't know how to act. Everyone kind of looks good. We got that covered. Focus too much
Yeah.
on that. We need more horse riding.
Wait, but
true.
Tom, everyone, haven't you been on TikTok? Everyone is an actor nowadays. An actor or a thespian. TikTok thespian.
TikTok thespian. I've seen some TikToks, and people are just doing terrible things to their bodies, pouring bleach on themselves,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the good one.
What?
poisoning their assholes with all kinds of the household products. This is what the kids want. This
That's
is
how you make it.
entertainment. Speaking of which, Gabby and I tried to watch a movie that Joan Crawford was in called Rain earlier.
Only watched like 6 minutes of it, looked like.
Yeah, we couldn't get very far because it seems as though they built in bathroom breaks every other minute of it. It just wouldn't fucking go anywhere. All right, so anyway, let's move along here. I'm dragging.
You're Tom, not a dragon.
Art college.
Right, so in her first film, Lady of the Night, 1925, she appeared as a body double for Norma Shearer, then MGM's most popular movie star, and later on, Joan's Hollywood nemesis.
It's like a porno. Lady of the Night? Isn't it like a prostitute?
Well, yeah, it is.
Whoa!
I wasn't joking before when I said that Joan Crawford not only is a massive whore, but specialized in playing a massive whore.
Hey.
She's great.
Yeah, well, what was she doubling for her as the other actress for? Like DP scenes?
Yes, DP. Actually, believe it or not, over the shoulders.
Oh, that's a good angle.
Oh.
Where they're
like
trying to save
that.
money and get like these, they have multiple cameras, different sets. They just do the over the shoulder shots.
Wait, is over the shoulder when the talent misses on the face and it goes over the shoulder?
Yes.
Like when
okay.
you throw salt over your shoulder for good luck.
Right, but it's semen.
Amen.
It's hot, sticky semen.
Gross. It's disgusting. But, someone's paying.
I'm going to watch this later.
Yeah, you should do your research on this
I
after
gotta
we're
research
done.
this movie. I gotta
After it doesn't
find out
matter.
the,
Right, so Louis B. Mayer of MGM changed her name from Lucille Lesor. Just think about that, Lucille Lesor, because it sounded like she's in a sewer, or lips with sores, or loose
Yeah.
eels indoors. It's
Bad
not.
phonetics.
It's not a good name, Lucille Lesor.
I kind of like it.
So he did the classiest thing he could to choose a name for her. He created a contest, so he didn't have to think. He put out Movie Weekly magazine, and it literally said, "Name her and win $1,000."
What?
Yeah.
You know, okay, you know
That's
the
fucking
result
sweet.
of this. If it went down today, it would be like
I'll be like
pretty
humongous or like
McBitch face.
these nuts or something.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it would be it would be a Mountain Dew bitch.
Mountain
Yeah, it would be
Dew,
like Stalin Hitler. At,
You know,
420, 6'9", 87.
I would pay $1,000 to change celebrity names if that was an option.
oh,
you
can I
pick? Who's the first
rename
person
Justin
you pick?
Bieber?
Yeah, Justin Bieber.
Houston.
I don't know. Let's rename.
Well, Clay Aiken. That's a
What's
good
that?
name.
Who's that guy who's not a beast? Who says Mr. Beast? That guy online.
Mr. Beast.
Have you ever heard him talk?
Who?
The fuck is Mr.
No.
Beast?
He's like a YouTube guy who just has a lot of money and just buys friends and associates with money and plants 1 billion trees because that's going to fix everything. If you don't know who Mr. Beast is, then you're someone in this room.
Yes, man.
Okay, let's go. Dancing. Dancing was, at the time, it just was a lot of erratic movements, twisting two parts of your body at the same time. So no one really needed to be talented at all to participate or be considered a good dancer. So Joan was a great dancer. Really great dancer.
Yeah?
She was a flapping type.
Oh.
There's just too many white people dancing.
Well, these are, like the dances of the 1920s and 30s. These were dances that just, you would just pretend you were a storm door, essentially, and just go back and forth
what I
when
do
the
when I
lock's
dance.
broken.
See, the white people dancing was the only stuff they were filming, but I just wanted the reaction from like the black, people down in Louisiana or up in Harlem, but like, that's them dancing? What are they doing? It looks like they're having a seizure.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that was humor for the black people of the time, and they just didn't get it. I don't know, because it is very funny. So they did a dance. I'm sure everyone's familiar with the Charleston, but they did another one called the Black Bottom, which very fun to watch these people. It's lots of moves, lots of arms up in the air, jumping jack kind of things, but sad at the same time, because all these people, A, they're dead, and B, that that they had to practice to get a cup of coffee. Like these dancing types, they didn't make a lot of money, right?
No, not at all.
Right. So these guys would dance for like a month to pay that month's rent. And then they would film it, and then it would be put on in like a theater, and no one would watch it because it's dancing.
Could always be worse.
Does any of this make sense? Am I being too harsh?
Hey, they're making a living dancing at least. Pay your rent.
I mean,
They're not really, but they're not making any money. They're breaking even on shaking their bodies. And
hey, it's better than nothing.
that form of entertainment still exists today. I mean, fucking Dancing with the Stars. You're just watching people that don't know how to dance.
But they learn how
Dance.
to dance.
yeah, but like,
Come on, do they?
Looks like it.
you don't know anything about dancing, do you?
I know a little
Dude,
bit.
What do you know?
I-
What's
It's
your
all in
favorite
the
dance?
hips. It's all in the hips.
That's all you know. That's all in
Yeah,
the
that's
brain.
all you need to know is all the hips. It's
all in the hips.
one of the things I need to see in my life before I die is Sean Spicer dancing with the stars.
Who the fuck is Sean Spicer?
Oh, don't worry. He was a really nice man.
Kind of
Very
looks like you,
trustworthy.
Mike.
Sean Spicer?
Yeah.
There we fucking.
Look him
Like
up,
this
dude. He's
chick.
got a huge dick.
I look like Joan
He's got
Crawford.
he's got little legs.
Sean
He's like
Spicer.
Cotton Hill.
Listen, this is how I imagine a 30s teenage girl. They watch this dancing at the theater, and then they memorize every step and try to do it with their friends on what
What is the TikTok?
used to be TikTok.
Right.
What would be TikTok in the 30s, which would be nothing at all.
It would be creepy men in an alley
men,
while
yeah.
you do this.
For sure.
The creepy men don't have the luxury of privacy that they have today
Yeah,
of,
that's
of,
true.
Ever
of
heard of
watching
that
these
app?
little girls twerking.
Sending a like.
Now they have
Yo,
to
come
do it-
here, girl.
The
Welcome
perverts
to
of yes-
TikTok Alley.
The perverts of yesteryear had to have some serious guts.
Had to be live too.
I salute
Real.
you, creeps. Not these modern creeps. These guys that had everything handed to them.
This guy looks like a politician. Sean Spicer.
I'm just imagining a guy that's like a World War II veteran, but instead of being a veteran, he's like just a pedophile. He's like, back in my day, you didn't have to download an app to look at girls.
Yeah, we don't have no app. We had to go
borrow
sit.
one.
I had to sit next to some apples that were on sale in the street and watch the girls from down the block. And when they walked by, I said, "Do you want to pet my dog?" I forgot it wasn't a dog; it was a cat. This is a brave guy. Okay, let's continue.
Back-to-back champs, baby.
Sorry, I'm a little congested tonight, so if I sound like this, it's not because I'm making fun of deaf people. Okay, in the mid-1920s, she got her breakthrough role in Our Dancing Daughters, as you fucking do in the 1920s. Oh, those two dancing daughters.
Oh, that's the next Netflix original series.
Yeah. You guys watching this? You guys see my dancing daughters?
Oh, is that Lindsay Lohan twice?
So Lon Chaney. Wow, amazing. You got to star alongside Lon Chaney, senior, not even the junior. John Gilbert. I don't know who the hell that is, but he did it.
You don't know the guy?
He increased her box office value because, these were stars at the time, and she became a marketable commodity. Now, this established her as a flapper icon because she was like all dressed in bullshit that people were like, oh, it's so crazy. She would even describe herself as such. Here's a quote from her.
Crazy.
If you want to see the girl next door, then go next door.
Oh.
Now, this is the modern equivalent of the progressive women's rights anthem, Wet Ass Pussy, which is known as WAP. Shout out to Joan Baez. I know she's really into that shit.
So we're talking about, this is a long time ago, but I roasted Tallulah. She was another flapper whore.
Yes. Yeah, this
So
is a good
same
sister
time
episode.
period. Same time period, right?
A little after. It was during.
Oh, okay.
She started her career as silent, but she started getting bigger in the 30s. The early mid 30s.
Right.
Okay, yeah. Tallulah was more like 20s.
Yeah,
Into the
yeah.
30s. Yeah.
There were still flappers around and stuff, but
They definitely saw each other.
yeah, they totally.
They saw each other blowing dicks.
Yeah,
that's
Joan
true.
was probably like, I want to be like Tallulah, and Tallulah was like, who the hell is that new bitch in town?
Right. I want to gargle as many cocks as I can,
Yeah.
and I'm not thinking about anything else. That's what she was thinking,
Yeah.
which is fine. Which is progressive. Very
Yeah, it's
progressive.
very progressive.
For
Tom,
sure.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
say.
I got to say, man, we need one of those in office.
I need-
So
Wet
it's-
ass mouth pussy.
There you go.
Mouth pussy.
So,
A wham.
Mousy.
you know how, have you ever heard the term ass pussy? Like gays use that to describe
Yeah.
their buttholes? Yeah. So why
Pussy.
didn't they think about that when they put out wet ass pussy? It's just like
Yeah.
you shit yourself.
Well, they
it's called a
might.
bussy.
They might have. Think about it. It might be a gay song.
Well, why? But I haven't actually heard the song. I've just seen people getting upset about it.
Wop.
And from what I understand, it's about women and their moist vaginas from being rather
That's it.
they're ready to go.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
What about that song OPP? Other People's Pussy.
Well, that's a great.
That's another 3-word song or abbreviation.
Those
we
are letters.
could do this all night.
Yeah,
we really
there's a
can.
lot.
I was just saying that they didn't think that far because wet ass pussy sounds much grosser than just wet ass pussy.
That doesn't sound gross.
Is that what it really means, wet ass pussy?
That's all it is. Yeah, that's
Because we are people, let's get together and not hate each other and stop racism.
No.
that's a much longer acronym.
Yeah, you said like 20 words.
There were a few times in the beginning of her career where she had to convince Louis B. Mayer that she was a good enough actress. She would nip a script from his office, practice the character she wanted to be, and then meet with Louis as the character, or tug his penis until she got the role.
Oh.
That's fine. That's how
Climb
you
your way to the top.
tug your way to the top. The rope is not
Tugboat.
always coming from the ceiling. Sometimes it's coming from between
boss.
two pillars. One set of wise men.
I was saying, if I was a lady, I'd be the biggest whore. I'm kind of upset that ladies are not as. I feel like if I was to be like, hey, I just want to get ahead, can I figure you? I'd get sued.
Travis, yeah, true. Travis,
don't
how many
know.
kids would you have by now?
Not on my own volition, but I'm just saying, if I need to get ahead, I'd have kids.
Right, have a kid. That's what always gets people ahead, having a kid too early in their life.
Right? But that's not the way the
Well,
world works.
challenge.
Yeah, shout out to them. They're nice people. All right, so what am I talking about? So she starts to get more rules as she tugs the wet rope that is between the steel legs of Luby Mayer, where he's a robot this episode. Now, this transition from silent films to talkies, it caused panic for many actors,
Have to talk.
especially the ones with lisps or accents. I don't know which is grosser. So MGM was actually one of the last major studios to switch over to sound. They're very stubborn. Joan took the effort to get rid of her southern accent and constantly practicing reading from magazines and dictionaries to herself in her room or whoever would listen. Now, in her first talkie, The Untamed, 1929, audiences thought she seemed awkward and nervous in this role. You see, she thought her voice was masculine, so she attempted to emphasize her femininity by forcing her voice a bit higher. She's talking like this the whole time. She's got this going on, but it's not English. I just landed here. So she also felt the same way about her shoulders. Now Now we're talking about nothing wrong with shoulders.
It's got some linebacker shoulders.
Land a plane on those shoulders, girl. Come on.
Yeah, that's kind of the roast mortem motto before we start recording. Do it for the ladies with big shoulders. Now,
Yeah.
Let me just grab those shoulder blades.
Well, I want. Hey, guess what? Pornhub. If you're listening to it, why isn't there a category for big shoulders? I see big titties. I need big shoulders to get off.
right? Her width.
Fuck.
Her width is not doing it for me.
Everyone's beautiful.
You remember that kid? I don't want to name his name, but he was like making out with some fat girl, and he said, "I'm in love with your circumference."
Whoa.
Yeah,
Wait,
like
is
that.
this from high school?
yeah. Well, we were hanging out with him after. He was a strange guy, nice guy. Don't kill me. So interesting character. But he said that, and several people heard it.
Is that me?
No, it wasn't you.
Did you take it as a compliment?
Would you take it as a compliment?
I like
think
your
I would just
circumference,
laugh
lady.
really hard.
I
and
just
walk
want
away.
to be balls deep in someone and then lean in and be like, cherry pie's delicious, apple pie's delicious, cherry pies are too.
Oh, well, that's really sweet of you. Actually, I think that would maybe
Yeah, wow.
maybe that would force whatever woman that is to be your friend more.
Well, I'm just talking about circumference, dude.
Circumference, yeah. So I am in
your
love with
radius.
your circumference.
That's actually my porn name, Circumference.
That is a good name, actually.
I like that.
Yeah, it's got cum in it. It's
got
a
cum.
sir. It's fun. It's
My name is Colonel Angus.
Colonel Angus. Yeah,
Colonel Angus
Colonel Angus, very
actually.
sexy but adamantly strong.
Like Dylan
loves
Joe.
beef.
So she's got these shoulders, right?
Yeah, ooh.
They're very broad, so she starts wearing shoulder padded dresses because you can't hide those. You can't pitch your shoulders in like you can your voice. So she doubles down. She goes, "Oh, I'm going to wear all things with big shoulders to hide it." That's fine.
Cool, yeah.
She put
Really
like bigger shoulder pads on her big shoulders
Right.
to make it look like they're not big.
Well, yeah, because it's like if you have so much fluff, people are like, "Oh, it's probably
Oh,
normal
it's
under
probably
there."
part of the,
You know?
the outfit or
Wait,
something.
Gabby, resident roast mortem fashion person, did
Yes.
she invent the shoulder pad that was popular in the 80s?
Yes, wanted to get to that.
What?
Yeah.
Yes?
Whoa,
There's actually,
holy fuck.
There's actually a whole. I can't remember the name of the designer. Please excuse me, but there was a whole style called the Joan in the
What?
in the in the 30s and then again in the 80s.
Was it
Right, like
Guess?
Travis said. Good guess, Travis. That
Hell yeah.
that shoulder pad thing. That's a reference to Joan.
Wow.
We got to
Shit.
throw Joan
Yeah.
the bone. You got to do it.
Thank
Dang.
you.
And in a lot of her roles,
Yeah.
she was a strong. She was like a tough woman after the 20s.
She
You'll
was
see.
like
You'll
that.
see. But
She was a strong woman that could
Yeah.
easily grip 3-4 cocks with each hand.
Brave.
Yeah, just strength.
That's hot.
Strength, braveness. Shout out to everyone who does that.
Joan, you're a good person.
Shout out to my favorite site, onlystrongwomen.com.
Wow.
That's good. It's good stuff.
.gov.
.hub.
.org.
.gov. Yeah, I mean that's a very California website. So while Joan was focused on her voice and her large shoulders, she was so focused on these things and her acting that when the entire U.S. economy tanked in 1929, she failed to notice. She certainly didn't care at all, actually, because MGM was okay. So if MGM's okay, then she's okay. And this is Hollywood. It's a little bubble.
Must be nice.
It's in the bubble. Yeah, so between 1931 and 1933, she was cast in 5 films with major stars. Grand Hotel was one of Hollywood's first star-studded features. She was cast as a secretary with strong shoulders. This film won an Oscar for Best Picture. In Rain, which I previously mentioned, she plays a whore in Hawaii, a boring whore at that. Her hooded, mysterious, and mischievous eyes, her sneaky smile, her earthly movements and willfulness. This made her a great candidate for being a whore.
Cody, what do you know about boring whores in Hawaii?
I am one. So, yeah, we just hang out, sit around.
Yeah, I like your fox fur over your shoulder and your thin eyebrows and your sexual hat leaning to
Glad you
one
noticed.
side.
Yeah, Cody, let me tell you about your shoulders, dude.
Yeah, let me get those shoulders, boy.
Yeah.
She looks really hot in this. I just Googled her in this movie. She looks pretty damn good.
I'm not.
I don't see the blade thing, why she's so self-conscious about those shoulders.
You got to understand that there was no joke said about her shoulder blades at all during the show.
Mike, are you swiping right?
I was
or
wondering
what?
why she was so self-conscious about it.
Well, people just get,
Mike, you swipe right?
I was like, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Wow.
She got a role with Clark Gable in
I love him.
he's great, right?
Yeah, he is Mr. T-shirt.
Yeah.
Love T-shirts.
1933's. Guess the name of this picture. Well, you don't have to guess. It's Dancing Lady. The two of them made
That's my dancing lady.
the two of them made like 8 or 10 pictures together. Possibly. I don't know. No, they did. They did do that. I don't know why that's starred in your script here. I'm going to start picking this part.
Wow.
It's fine.
Okay.
Is
Is there a counseling podcast?
this is gonna be fun.
These
Yeah,
guys
what's going on?
This is actually going to get really fun after the show. So, according to Joan,
Joan.
Yeah.
Clark Gable was the most masculine man she ever met in her whole life.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They had a love affair that was on and off, and it lasted for a few years. And it was a good time. 2 broad-shouldered people
Fucking lucky.
going at it in the back of a Jaguar custom built.
Did they fit in a Jaguar?
People asking for money outside of it.
Check this out. I've seen Clark Gable's Jaguar. I'm not great with car models, but it was a custom one because he was very tall.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to make a roof that fit his nice, perfect head under.
Okay, so they couldn't fit in Jaguars because of their shoulders.
Yeah.
They had to have custom ones.
Yes.
Yeah, he got the custom one because of his head and shoulders, and also the
That's where
amounts
the
of head and
shampoo
shoulders.
came from.
Right, Clark Gable.
Clark
No.
Gable.
Joan Crawford.
Oh yeah, well both of them together.
Both of them together.
Well, he was head and she
Yeah.
was shoulders.
Yeah.
They were a comedy duo. It didn't
where
go
it
very
came
far.
from?
No, I think Joan was head and shoulders.
Could you imagine
That's
using an Abbott and
porn.
Costello shampoo? Would that go over? It's just too like Laurel and Hardy. Like get
Gets in
yourself
your
a bowl
eyes,
cut.
but you have to giggle.
Doesn't burn when it gets in your eyes. Head and shoulders.
Try it. Try it on your baby.
You're just yes-anding alone in your own shower.
Infinite possibilities with every single drop. Now, she played a true villain in the film The Woman, as you would expect a villain to be the lead character of.
Cool.
A movie about a gossiping, gold-digging woman with her hair down and her claws up. I believe that was part of the marketing campaign.
Oh.
She had equal co-starring with the Hollywood rival previously mentioned, Norma Shearer, who was married to the producer of the film. Norma did not like one of Joan's dresses during a shoot and ended up getting it changed 19 times just to fuck
Sheesh.
with this broad-shouldered broad.
That fucking bitch.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Like, fucking fuck you. I ain't changing again.
Yeah, right?
Take that, Norma. You stupid
If women
bitch.
are called broads, can us guys be called longs?
Sure. I'll do it.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I
why
like
not?
Yeah, I'll
Broads
be
and
long.
Look at these broads and these longs.
I'd rather be called a stout. Look at these broads and a stout.
One of stout.
I like the
like that.
long better.
Why aren't we broads?
Because you're not long-shouldered.
Why isn't it broads and brides? Who
Broads and
did the
brides.
language so bad up front? No,
I don't know.
Cody, that's a you.
Before
question.
my
I'm
time.
dropping the ball, I guess.
I guess that's lost in history.
Yeah, we'll never know why we're not called broads,
They're
but
sure
we have
called
to live with
broads,
that.
City.
That's a burden, actually. So I think calling women broads is quite an honor. Okay. She was a perfectionist. She was never pleased with any film that she was involved with. She would go see it. She'd be like, poo-poo. I'm Johnny Depp. It's all bad.
Like a true artist.
Joan...
Do you think that she was just pissed because they all have fucking piss poor titles?
what do you
The
mean? Our
woman.
dancing
Like, guess
children?
what, guys?
The woman?
There is a woman in it. Like, we lived through a writer's strike in Hollywood when everything got shitty.
Yeah,
but
we
this is supposed to
lived
be. This is supposed to
through
be.
that.
Yeah. Well, this is supposed to be the golden age of Hollywood, and it's like, what are we gonna name it? Dancing Woman. Yes.
Yeah, it's the first movie to be called Dancing Woman.
Well, I mean, this era did continue for a long time. It went
M. Night
well into
Shyamalan's Signs.
the Happening, Pretty
Yeah.
Woman.
All right.
Yeah.
Footloose.
Actually,
now.
you know, a simple conversation like this just makes me go, fuck movies.
High
Them
s-
shits are dumb.
I haven't
High
watched one in
School
so long.
Musical.
I need TikTok
Hey.
right now in my life.
Yeah. I think that's the direction of media is TikTok.
I love TikTok.
Is it safe to go on TikTok? I thought that like China was like stealing information and shit. I heard.
Don't worry.
Well,
Microsoft bought it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. it's
well,
like-
also like, Mike, you want China to steal your information because then when they take over,
It's all
you're
good.
automatically a member of parliament.
right.
All right.
That's how
Chinese-
this is
I
going to
think I
work.
already
Communist
did it.
Parliament.
I tried buying something recently, and it had like some like sketchy ass like Chinese like billing shit. Where it wasn't like PayPal was accepted. It was like some weird China payment thing.
They have all your information, Mike.
Probably.
Yeah.
What were you buying? Were you buying some Chinese
auto
dildo?
blow?
Is this? I just saw you spit take.
I was buying like a Counter-Strike knife that was on sale on this website.
Oh my
And the
god.
only currency they took was like Wuhan Pay or some shit.
Wuhan Pay.
Not Wuhan. That sounds fucked up.
No,
it
it's
was like some
not.
type of Chinese paying system.
Mike, can you start streaming Counter Strike? I feel like you'd
Yeah,
have an
I
I don't
awesome
have good
fucking
enough internet
stream.
to do it. I get like
Oh my God.
I go from like 20 ping to like 600, and it's like the most frustrating
That's
thing ever.
so much.
It's
Yeah.
so terrible.
Dude, where he lives, like I was at your house
Terrible.
on the phone with the internet guy trying to get him more internet because he's shy. Mike's shy. I was trying to get him more internet, and the guy's just like, "I'll upgrade your package. It's gonna be awesome. You'll be flying." And he goes and he talks to his boss, and he comes back. And he's like, "Oh, never mind. Mike, your buddy there lives in a shithole, and he's maxed out. We don't offer
Yeah.
anything more.
yeah.
Even if you wanted to pay an extra $100 a month, we
Couldn't
couldn't
even
give it
get
to
it.
you."
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fucking.
this is 20 miles away from here.
Yeah.
It's not that far.
Mike,
Well, no,
What the
Gabby,
hell?
that just confirms that the South Shore is a third world country. We lived on the North Shore,
Yeah.
third world country down
It's
there.
because the Great Gatsby used to live here.
It's hard.
Fictional character.
It's hard being me, down where I live. South
All
Shore.
right, so
I feel bad. You grew up all war torn. Okay.
Got
so
clothes
Joan
everywhere, it
is
sucks.
starring in more terribly named movies.
Okay, yes. Thank you for getting us back on point here. Joan really thought that she was the best female star at MGM, and she expected the best in the scripts and the production, all that shit. I can't argue with this because I think this time in Hollywood put out some of those boring movies. Oh well. At the end of her
Yeah.
MGM days, she had like 2 or 3 flops that just didn't do well at the box office. So women stars didn't have a very long careers at this time, even though Hollywood is still relatively new. They wanted to see young, hot people on screen, not these old 30-year-old women with like, just fucking
Nice skin.
gross
Whoa,
old 30-year-old
Mike
women.
being weird.
So nasty, like they were over it.
Yeah.
After
That tight
18
skin.
long and dramatic years by mutual consent, her contract was terminated in 1943. Excuse me.
Right during the middle of the war.
Just in time to go overseas.
Yeah, she went overseas with those shoulders. They were like,
Yeah.
your shoulders got drafted.
She was like, "What's the war? I don't know anything about anything. I don't know what is this depression you're talking about? What is this war? What are these things you're talking about?"
I don't. Did she?
She's
in your
confused.
research? In your research, did you find anything with her USO stuff? Did she do anything?
She had nothing.
She didn't dance for them at least.
She didn't
No,
dance for them
not-
troops with
Show
them
the
tall
blades.
shoulders?
She wasn't aware.
Little
She
peek of the
wasn't aware
blades.
of these
No.
things.
She
It's
sure-
really weird.
She did in the movie Rain.
She was aware of Hawaii.
Yeah, she got gangbanged in that movie in the first 10 minutes. Most boring gangbang I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Warner Brothers signed Joan for a long-term contract for half of what she was making at MGM. But a woman's got to
Wait,
work.
Tom, Bugs Bunny signed her.
Yeah. What is up, Doctor? He
What?
did it.
Doctor, I'm an animaniac. We can now Tasmanian you.
I love anime.
Yeah.
Rabbit season.
Love anime
Dude,
too,
Space
Mike.
Jam is my favorite anime.
I was watching it the other day. It was so good.
Which one did you watch?
Well, there's only one Space Jam. What do you mean?
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
said that.
No,
there's
the anime.
two
I like when
Space
Bill Murray
Jams,
comes
you
out, he
idiot.
fucking helps out Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he does it well. 12
Well,
frames.
Mike,
He looks good at 12 frames per second.
his name isn't Bill Murray. It's Bill Murray's son because it's an anime.
Sorry. Hey, Bill Murray sounded like pretty hot in that movie.
You did it. You were able to run back then. So Warner Brothers signs Joan for that contract. She's making about half what she makes. But she still has this superstar attitude. She starts turning down scripts because they weren't good enough for her. She's already signed. You know, it doesn't matter. She's hopeful.
She's a bitch.
Well, she's not a bitch. She's particular. I wouldn't really call her a bitch,
She's got
especially
good
not to her
taste.
peers. She's a bitch to other people, but we'll find out. She's fishing for compliments. She's writing scripts. She's like, suggesting things to the writers. Maybe you could write a script for me. Maybe I could just give you a little, we'll make this work. She couldn't be too picky at the end of the day, though. She got them broad shoulders. She got that saggy 30-year-old butt cheek. She's not fucking selling.
Ooh.
Okay?
Just one butt cheek is saggy.
Yeah.
The other one's perky as shit.
Well, she
Well,
Charleston.
bubble butt cheek on one and then sag on the other.
Yeah, she was Charlestoning too hard to the right for 6 years. And it caused a horrible deformity. And she was actually able to sit on one cheek.
Oh.
That's what happens to right-handed people.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, when it snowed, she would take her one saggy cheek and use it as a sleigh
Yes.
down the hill.
Yes, the snow of L.A. Which just, it
she's
really
hitting the
gets
slopes?
cold.
It's just
Yeah.
cash.
Just fucking hitting that powder.
Hitting that powder. That's right. All right, so anyway, she made up her mind, and she settled for a film called Mildred Pierce,
Ugh.
in which she won her first Academy Award.
Wait, she
Yeah,
plays
oh, shit,
the
never mind.
washed-up actress, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
That's a great movie. I love that movie.
Wow.
You know, I haven't watched it. I read a thing about it, but God,
That was actually really good.
I saw a trailer and
What-
it
what's it
looked really
called?
good.
40s and
It looked
50s
like it
Hollywood
was
movies were
interesting.
much better than 30s because they actually knew how to edit, and
Yeah.
it wasn't like let's watch a guy sing forever.
Well, the whole thing about Mildred Pierce is that she's supposed to be. She was like an actress that's past her prime, so she kind of played into like I guess how she was at the
Yeah.
time, where it was like
It was good
Exactly.
she's just kind of a washed up old lady. Well, old, not really that old,
Old
but like
lady.
washed up old lady, and like she's just living in this like old Hollywood decadence.
She looks
Yeah.
gorgeous
Right.
in this movie.
She's beautiful. She really
Oh,
is.
she
beautiful.
is, but I'm just that's the trope.
She's she looks good in a zoot suit. She's just fantastic. Okay.
Wow.
So anyway, the director Michael Curtis. Michael Curtis. Zwick, leave all that in. Who did not want Joan for the role. He was criticizing her. She comes over here with her high hat airs and her goddamn shoulder pads. Why should I waste my time directing a has-been? That was a quote, by the way. That's what this guy said. He's
Fuck.
very rude.
Uncivil.
Like a Simon Cowell.
So
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, cut all that shit. That was Sunset Boulevard.
Oh, you're thinking of the wrong film? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I'm
didn't
thinking
watch that
wrong.
one.
No, but this one is about an old actress.
All right, so keep it in and pretend I
with
knew
a
what I was
lo-
talking about.
She has a daughter in it.
Okay. we'll figure it out.
So we'll figure this out.
Everyone at home
Maybe
figure
I'm
it out.
wrong too.
We could all be wrong.
Because there is a movie that she's in where she's like an older woman and she has a daughter and she's like, "Oh my God, you're much better than me. I'm jealous of you.
Oh, the
But
Lindsay
I want you
Lohan
to
story.
do better
Yeah.
than me." Yeah,
Very sad.
And then it's really sad because she's also being a bitch to her daughter while being sad about herself. She's being a sad lady,
Mike
but
just
like in
walked
a
away.
dramatic way.
Yeah, sad. Well,
like a stop mom way, like actually stop.
right. Stop,
You know?
Mom.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Mike just walked away to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that was weird.
So here's what's going on. We got we have a buddy's podcast ad read. Why don't we just play it now? Zwick, why don't you throw it in here?
Hi, this is Joan Crawford. First, I want to tell you how wonderful it is to be part of the Pepsi.
Let's get jacked.
We're getting jacked.
Way into the future.
Cyber connections. Enhancements.
So jacked.
Skeleton circuit.
It is another perfect day in Rombley Tower, the home of CompuGlobe Corporation and the Church of Execution, aka the Church of EXE.
One of us has to keep it together in this stupid city, and it's gonna be me.
That's just a hiccup in the great program.
If you want to get to the fight, we can just get to the fight.
You know, I was thinking about getting to the fight. 4 solos that I can see, armed to the goddamn teeth. Kid, this is not good. When I signed an old school gutter guitar style trio, everyone thought I was crazy. They were like, gutter guitar's dead. And I was like, no, my friends. Nostalgia is alive.
Our father, who art a computer.
If there's stacks of cash, stuff that looks like it's made out of gold, stuff I can just carry real fast as I run towards the helicopter.
Keep your goddamn heads down.
We're getting jacked.
Attitude is everything.
Real-time processing power and your bigger jets.
Sensation upgrade.
We're getting jacked.
Jacked, a cyberpunk RPG podcast. Listen now at jackedpodcast.com.
Through their voices, Pepsi is selling more soft drinks for you by continually reminding America's shoppers to take home more soft drinks to bigger, thirstier families across America.
Sometimes I send pictures of my butt.
Oh, John Sins?
Yeah. I send it to him and I go, hey.
I mean, Johnny Sins has a nice booty.
I'm like, dude, you want to hang out, man? Nothing gay.
Hey, I ain't judging.
Just want to hang out.
All right, let's go back to John Crawfish.
All right, Joan Crawfish. So during costume fittings, Curtis would rip Joan's dress because he suspected of her wearing shoulder pads, of all things.
Oh.
Joan ended up winning the Academy Award, as previously mentioned, for Best Leading Actress in a Role. The film was
Best shoulders in a role.
Best Shoulders in a Tuna Role.
I like this.
That's right. Now, the film was revived. It revived her career. People started taking her seriously again. She's like, well, who cares that she has one sagging butt cheek? I mean, well, we do faces here. So after this, Warner changed her contract to $250,000 a picture. That is $4.6 million today, and money none of us or our listeners will ever see.
Tom, speak for yourself.
What's that?
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, that's negativity.
You are poor. You just showed me your bank statement. I know how much debt you're in.
Yeah, I'm probably going to win him $1 million for being a guy that likes tuna fish.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now-
Well, it is pretty cool that I make money because I'm sponsored by Bumblebee, dude. Have a Bumblebee. It's good. It's the chicken of the ocean.
You don't know. You just don't know. So during the filming of Goodbye My Fancy, she starred with a new younger actress named Janice Rule. Janice Rule. I said it like I live in the Bronx.
Janice Rule.
I like this.
Ja Rule.
Now, the director spent more time talking to the younger actress to help her out with her role. If you know what I mean, wink, wink, squint, squint,
his
squirt,
sausage
orgasm. Harvard Weinstein, if you would. Now, Joan.
Giving her a little chopped cheese, some Brooklyn chopped cheese.
Yeah, it's coming in fast and hot and sticky. It's going to be hard to get off that dress. But Joan got jealous of this, and she started treating the younger actress very rudely. Years later, Janice became a big star, and Joan sent her a half-ass apology letter going, man, sorry, I had a rough day, period, girl shit.
Yeah.
That was a good head turn, Gabby.
I'm adding MSG
rude.
to your script, which is
Whatever,
very funny,
Tom.
by the way. We're having a good time, are we not?
I wish that my body would make Panera creamy tomato soup every month for me.
You need a doctor.
Creamy. Who are you talking about?
It is pretty entertaining sometimes.
Dude, any bodily fluid is entertaining.
Yeah.
I think that's what we all need to realize as humans.
You never
there's
know
some
how thick
people,
it's gonna be.
Yeah, there's some people in relationships, and I never understand this. They're like, I never fart or shit around my partner. What do you do?
Yeah, I know.
What do you do?
Hold it in
I will
forever?
poop on the
Toes all
kitchen
day.
floor.
Yeah.
Because I'm comfortable with the person I live with.
You literally
Is that right,
fart
Anna?
and shit around in a circle.
Wow.
In a circle. You march around, Anna, in a circle and shit your pants while it's happening. It's great, though. That's
fair.
it's a good relationship. Very healthy.
For you.
Right. So,
All these wood chips.
Joan, she's known for crying a lot in her roles. She was able to do this on the spot. She was able to do this after her fourth husband died. She had some trouble acting in front of... just burped into it.
Whoa.
Oh, God. Canadian goose burps over there. Anyway, after my diarrhea mouth, here we go. So you could see her crying a lot in her roles and all that crap. Her third husband died. I think it's fourth husband. We'll get to this. We're going to break it down.
we'll get
We're doing
to
the
it.
relationships later. So after one of her husbands died, she had trouble acting in front of the camera without getting her ego fluffed a bunch. Everyone had to be like, oh, yeah, Joan, you're the best. We really like you. Big thumbs up. Big shoulders out. Come on, let's go. In the 1960s, her career did start to a little bit, and she started doing a lot of B-horror movies.
Oh, hell yeah.
Now, one film from
It's
the
Out?
60s that is definitely worth mentioning,
A really good one.
yes, is Whatever Happened to Baby Jane.
I don't know what happened to her.
Yeah, what's going on?
You're on the edge of your seat. If you're driving, just adjust your seat more forward so you could reach the pedals.
They're turned to the left
This is
Right.
a good movie.
right now.
This is a good movie. So
Movie.
this movie, it's fucking Joan and Betty Davis, okay?
Oh, Betty Davis.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, so these two are co-stars in this film. Now, Betty Davis,
Got a song named after
she is noted to be rather short with Joan on the set. And Joan is feeling rather vulnerable at this point because she's got a fragile ego. So both actresses were in their late 50s at this point. Joan found out that Betty had a bad back, and after being fucked with a certain amount of time, they were filming a scene where Betty had to pull Joan out of bed. So Joan went dead weight and then fell on top of Betty. So now Betty's back was all badly injured. She was hospitalized for a few weeks.
Oh, no.
Really?
Yeah. Now Joan brushed her hands off and
did that on purpose.
she walked off set. She's like, yeah, that was hilarious. It was very funny. I can't wait to tell my kids about that. Crawford
Betty
was
Davis hurt my back.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, sexually.
That's cool, dude. You did that? So Crawford was scheduled to appear alongside Davis on a publicity tour for whatever happened to Baby Jane, but they canceled last minute because Davis claimed that Crawford backed out because she did not want to share the stage with her. This is one of Hollywood's most notorious rivalries. In fact, there's like several documentaries about the set of this film and these two bitches going at it. They really did it. It was like two cat ladies fighting for the last can of tuna in the dollar store, like the whole time. It's really sad stuff. The whole thing is sad because
And that tuna fish would be Bumblebee tuna fish.
it would be Bumblebee.
Of course it would be.
Yes. And you know it's sad because there's plenty of cat food, but they're poor and they're trying to respect their cats more than themselves.
They're millionaires.
That's what I'm trying to paint. I'm trying to paint a metaphor, Mike. Please. Anyway, rumor has it that years prior to the film, Joan made a lesbian pass at Betty Davis, which put a bad taste of vagina in her mouth. Now, Joan was a wild woman, so this story could possibly be true, but it's not confirmed.
Wish.
Wouldn't that be cool?
I don't know. Betty Davis at us. Let us know.
She's dead. She died.
Wait, I thought she was alive.
Betty Davis?
I don't know.
No, she's
I actually don't know. I don't remember.
You got a song written about her. She's got to be dead.
Yeah, she died in 1989.
Oh.
She's dead as hell.
Wait,
born
never
in
mind. That's
1908.
weird that I was talking about sexual intercourse.
12 years
Old as
old.
fuck.
Yeah. Dude, are you thinking of Faye Dunaway?
No. Well, who's the other one that's old and sexual?
Betty White.
Yeah, Betty White.
Wait.
She's old and everyone's like, she's great. It's like, do you really care for her films or do you just like Twitter too much? Do you look at social media so much that you're allowing your boomer parents to get you that angle?
Well, she's 98 years old, 99 years old. Going to be 100 years old of sexuals.
All right, Mike's going to look up Betty White. You going to give us the Betty update?
Yeah, swipe left or right on Betty White.
Okay, this will
She's
get us
still
lots
alive.
of
Holy
listeners.
fuck.
She's doing
Yeah,
it.
99 years old.
Damn.
Let me see her. Oh, she's so cute.
Okay, let's have a serious question before I continue. Would you guys take a blowjob from Betty White?
Yeah.
Yes.
She asked.
What year?
Also,
Right now.
Gabby, I'm offended. I'm offended for all old ladies because you saw the old lady and she's like, and you're like, oh, she's so cute. No, she's foxy as shit, dog.
You think she's
Fucking
foxy?
Hot.
All right.
Damn. Betty
Well,
White
I
in her
guess she's
prime.
foxy. I just saw her little face.
Yeah, I know. All the old ladies are like sick and tired. Trust me. They told me they're sick and tired of being so cute.
Yeah, they probably are.
Well, then show your
Some of
wet
them are
ass
foxy.
pussy. Make it happen.
Be on the
No, it's called the
You know what?
dusty ass
No.
pussy for them,
Wait,
dude.
hold on. Cardi B should have invited her onto her music video.
I know, right?
Fuck Cardi B for not doing
But then,
that.
She's
but then it
obviously
wouldn't be a
racist.
wop.
We should
It would be a
tweet at her.
dop.
We should
It would be a
tweet
dop.
at her to invite her on. Redo.
I'm not tweeting at anyone.
Tom's gonna do it.
You're a racist.
Tom, you do it right now.
I'm not tweeting at her. Okay, so let's get into her relationships.
I'll tweet
Okay,
at her.
so we have to
Wait,
get.
so now we're going into the actual juice?
We're going into Joan Crawford now. We just did her like half-assed career because it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Now, married to Douglas Fairbanks Jr. Oh, romantic.
hey.
Very, very romantic. A couple miscarriages, but that's not what I'm getting at.
Wow.
Douglas Fairbanks Jr., if you remember on the Cary Grant episode, I talk a bit about Douglas Fairbanks, the original, the OG. He was one of the Hollywood's like big boys. He was very nice to people, and he was also loaded, and everyone liked him. So he had a kid, Fairbanks Jr. He was up there in the Hollywood elite. He was born into it. He got low-hand in. He got, what's his name? Charlie Sheen in. He got all this. He got
Whoa.
Estevez in. However you
So
want.
he got raped as a child.
Right. He got raped as a child. So Douglas Fairbanks, they end up meeting on the set, Joan and Douglas Jr. They meet up. She starts getting invited to these parties. That's kind of like something that helped her career along up earlier.
Wait.
Imagine that.
I just thought about something.
What?
Oh no.
Emilio Molestivus.
That's fun.
That's like my Emilio Mozzarella, but sexual.
You just keep thinking that Benito Mussolini's real name is Emilio Mozzarella.
Yeah.
He wasn't. How many times do I have to tell you that Mussolini had nothing to do with Hollywood?
Well, he was
had
a
everything
mozzarella
to do
boy.
with mozzarella.
Yeah, you're half right, but it's infuriating. Now, here's a fun story.
Yay.
Joan is white trash. We all know that. She's invited to one of these etiquette-filled parties they got out there. You know, lavish as fuck.
Clenched butts.
Champagne,
Yeah,
guys in
lot-
white gloves, all
you know,
that
like
crap.
3 forks, 5 spoons,
shit.
3
Soup
knives.
spoon.
All that crap. Yeah, so she's trying to all right, I gotta fit in here. So she didn't know any etiquette. She knew how to wear because someone told her. That's the easy part. So what she was doing was she was trying to imitate whatever the host and hostess were doing at the table when she's at this fancy Douglas Fairbanks Jr. event. Now, she's over there, and the host starts noticing that she was acting a little funny, like looking at him for cues and stuff. So he was like, oh, I'm just going to start eating my fish with like a spoon and watch this bitch do that.
Oh yeah, trolls. I like it.
Yeah, so basically, she got showed up, and the host thought it was funny, and everyone thought it was great. Wrong utensil for the fish.
What the hell is wrong with eating a fish with a spoon?
It's not right, Trav.
Well, there's nothing wrong. Well, you have no etiquette. You don't even know anything.
Dude,
You're
why
white
don't we talk
trash.
to the guy who knows about utensils here, the Chinese Cody? You use a chopstick. One utensil.
Yeah, that's me.
You know, Cody always having soup with his chopstick.
Yeah. Fuck a spoon.
Jeez.
Cody, I love you. Sorry, you're not Chinese. No. Not that there be anything wrong with you being Chinese. I'm just saying.
It's fine.
You know how, like, I know everyone can relate to this when you're eating, like, a sandwich or a burrito and there's, like, a little bit of the paper still stuck on it from, like, Taco Bell or something. I have seen you eat the whole paper, Travis. I've seen you, yes. And
Dude,
you're like, oh,
well,
I
don't care for utensils.
I know.
Dude, a soup is best used. You best use your hands.
That is true. You slurp it up. Fuck
Yeah.
using. You gotta do more dishes than use fucking forks.
Yeah!
Shit.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not as sick as you, Mike, who puts his salad into the soup.
You get a bread bowl and you eat the bowl at the end too. No
That is
dishes.
a classic move. No utes. No utes needed.
Come on. We gotta fix this world.
Yeah, we do. Talk about eco hippies going crazy about fucking straws. Make more bread bowls.
Exactly.
Right, so now...
Bread plates.
all right, enough of this.
Spoons.
Ooh, bread spoons.
What up, bread napkins, dog?
Salt spoons.
Salt
and
spoons. Ooh.
Pepper knives.
Yep, the bread solo
Yo,
cups. The list
Why don't you
goes
make
on.
Why don't you make some wheat wet wipes?
Wheat thin wet wipes?
Just wipe your face with that wet wipe and eat it. 'Cause it's wheat.
I have wiped my face with a tortilla before. Now let's continue. Now Joan and Douglas, they got divorced because of grievous mental cruelty he put her through,
Ooh.
and a suspicious attitude towards her. Now I don't know about you guys, but if I was Douglas Fairbanks Jr., I'd be suspicious of everyone. Wink, 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 wink. Now,
Why doesn't it just be cool?
Yeah, right. I got mad money.
it's not
and
important.
shit.
So her next marriage was to an actor named, I might fuck this up, Francho Tone. Now,
That's kind of
Rancho Tone?
now this man's first name is
That's
spelled
his name.
Franchot. So
That's
it's
how they pronounced it everywhere I looked.
right. So it's somewhere
Francho
between
Jones?
Francis and
Francho tone.
Oh, Francho tones.
it's kind of like
French chode toad.
Francho Tone.
Yeah, that's it.
Tone is
Franco tones.
his first name is basically a mixture of the gamer word and Francis.
It's camel toe.
Yeah.
Now,
Camel toe
Gamer
and
word.
French.
Now, they were married from 1935 to 1939. He was well educated. He had a bunch of money. He was an actor, producer. He was big on the stage back there. So the romance with him was considered a stepping stone into his career, though, because by this time she was rather big, and he was just like a Broadway guy, which was kind of dying. I don't know why it's not dead yet. Maybe this pandemic will have some good things about it. Broadway,
you know
please
that-
go die.
I like
You know
Broadway. It's
what?
live.
Shut the fuck up.
You don't like Good Vibrations?
I don't. No, Broadway is for sick men and women.
You know what I have
Kicking
to
when I
say
was
about
going to.
Franchone?
What?
You know what I have to say about Franchone is that sometimes you got to stand on the shoulders of giants
Right.
to achieve your goals.
I think the phrase you're looking for is sometimes you got to stand on giant shoulders.
Yeah.
And fart in their ears.
So, right. So this is two-sided, however. He helped her get rid of some of her stage fright that she still had, which I don't think was real because she was already a big star. And if she had that, then that's fine. She also had another miscarriage with him. Apparently their marriage broke up because he ran out of adjectives to exalt her fragile ego. You see, she claims that he was physically abusive and an alcoholic. We know that's not really the case. When she would get dressed, she would expect him to say complimentary things in different and creative ways, and he basically got tired of doing that because she would keep track. Oh, you look very beautiful and nice tonight. Oh, you used that combination the other day.
What a fucking psychopath.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, that's not cool. I'd be
Yeah.
like, you're a fucking nut job.
We're gonna-
fuck away from me.
Right? We're getting into some strange behavior.
Jesus Christ.
I can just imagine Mike saying that straight face.
It's like I fucking
Get the
compliment you all the
fuck away
time. They look
from
good yesterday. What the fuck happened? It's like not much has changed.
You're wearing the same dress, bitch.
Yeah, right?
You look nice.
Big
What do you
ass
want?
shoulders. Let me fucking stand on your shoulders, baby.
And she's all like, I don't look Des fantastic. It's just like we have been dating for 4 years.
Yeah.
How dare you think I have more words than this?
I'm bored now.
My name is Francho Tone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are my compliments? The fuck?
She needs to dump Francho and get Dr. Seuss.
Oh, shit.
That's true.
You look like a heffalump.
You look like a big hand, baby.
Yeah, right?
You look like a pocket of love juice. I don't know where he could have got more.
You look like a bottle of fabric and a bunch of space tubes.
Good.
Yeah.
You're doing it.
French out should have found one of you just to write these down. More expensive than tweets. Okay, because of her multiple miscarriages, she adopted a girl. Okay, now she was on her own. So Christina, she got her first kid, Christina, who was temporarily called Joan, but I guess she saw that as being a bit heavy-handed. So she had to adopt Christina through an agency in Las Vegas because California law prevented her from adopting as a twice-divorced single mother. She then felt that her home needed a father, so she married Philip Terry, and this is in 1942. And they lasted through 1946. He was an MGM actor.
I'm Terry. Hello.
Shut the fuck up, Terry.
He sounds like a dog breed.
A Philip Terry?
Yeah.
It does.
A Phil Terrier.
Guess what? Phil
much.
Terry wants to
Phil
eat
Terry.
nachos tonight and go bowling. Would my lady like to accompany me to go eat nachos and bowling?
You didn't tell me I'm pretty today. Fuck you.
Shut up, Joan.
You look like a pitcher of beer that we're going to get when we go bowling.
You don't stand on my shoulder blades anymore.
Joan really needs to be put in her place. Yeah. Okay, so their relationship would be best described as comfortable with each other. That's why it was 4 years. 4 years of just mulling around. They adopted a boy who they named Christopher.
Ugh.
Christopher or Christopher?
What's wrong with Christopher's, Mike?
Oh, bear boy.
Is that right?
So, how old is Christopher? Is he a baby boy or is he a teenager?
He's a baby boy.
He's a baby boy. So they adopted this boy, but apparently the mother reclaimed him. The mother was a real Indian giver and decided to take back this Christopher. So they adopted another boy who they renamed Philip Terry Jr.
Ugh.
So this marriage, because I said it didn't last long, and she realized that comfortable was, not good. It's better for couch than relationship. So she wanted to be in love. So they get away.
Taking Back Christopher sounds like a 2000s band name.
Yeah.
Band.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So Long Island. So this is why.
And I said, take back Christopher.
Right.
Thank you.
So also keep in mind that, thank you for that song. Keep in mind that when she's married to this guy, Philip, she's also banging Clark Gable.
Oh, come on.
So that guy he's so tall.
So she's simping with her husband.
There's that awkward celebrity pause we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I can deliver my lines. I have plenty of time between some certain words.
So Clark Gable, he ran the transatlantic cable because his name rhymes
Nope.
with cable.
That's not how that works.
So imagine this shit. So Philip breaks up with you. You break up with Philip. Those are nitty-gritty details. But what is fun is that she holds onto the son named after Philip, and then she goes, you know what? Fuck that dude. I'm naming this kid Christopher again. Ooh. Okay?
Yeah.
So 1940.
Dude, I feel bad renaming a cat. This is a human boy.
Yeah. He's pretty young though, right? He's like fucking what, like 4 or something. She ain't remember
He's
that
young.
shit.
He's not gonna remember
He's
his
not
name.
even one.
Yeah.
He's a toddler.
He ain't remembering shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think cats can remember anything, but I don't
That's
feel
true.
bad
Cats don't
renaming
remember
them.
everything.
Yeah, this cats don't know shit. Right. So in 1947, Joan adopted a pair of twin girls, who she named Cindy and Kathy, from the Tennessee Children's Home Society, an orphanage run by Georgia Tan. Here's a side note here. This might be fun for a future episode. The orphanage was actually a front for Georgia Tan's black market for baby adoption scheme, a.k.a. child trafficking. That shit's ridiculous.
Wait,
They just
little
busted someone on Long Island
Georgia
for that
Epp?
shit.
Did they?
At my sister's hospital, yeah.
Huh?
This like surgeon was like doing some like black market baby selling or some shit at Good Sam.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Damn, dude. That's dark shit. Very dark.
It's pretty fucked up.
I don't know why anyone would pay for a baby.
Shouldn't give me the
Usually
full
you pay to get
details,
rid of
but
them.
Said it was going on.
Well, that's just you, but
Yeah, you're so. God, Travis.
Wait, hold on. People were. I don't know.
This guy was like housing like people from like the Ukraine or something like that, or somewhere like Europe, and like they're like having kids and shit like that, and he was like selling them to like rich parents or some shit. Something like
Holy
fucking crazy.
shit.
She was telling me.
I think it's women who either can't conceive, men who can't shoot true loads, and
Shoot those webs.
or women who want to keep their figures.
Yeah.
You know, that's a
What,
really
so everybody's pretending here?
everyone's pretending all the time.
You
It
fake
is
it till you
dark,
make
but
it.
it's the fact of life.
As I said, as the famous philosopher, the Foo Fighters said, one more
take
time
us
and I'm
there.
never pretending. One more. I don't
Is
even
this
know
a
the
film? Are you a boomer? Are you quoting a film from the 1810s?
Yeah, I'm quoting the Foo
Yeah.
Fighters film.
He's quoting "Birth of a Nation."
One more time and I never surrender. The pretender.com, pretender.
Now, let's move along here.
I want to own Dogpile.
Now, according to Joan, she was a devoted mother. Even when she was away from them, you know, doing her films and shit. She listened to their problems every night. She was on the phone. She made sure that, you know, oh, kids, I love you, all that dumb shit. She was a rigid mother, though. She didn't want these kids to come
Act
from
up.
a home where everything was handed to them. She didn't want to see these other kids, these Hollywood princes and princesses, you know, real spoiled bitch-ass kids. So she disciplined them, and she chose goals for them, face goals, and to be independent. You know, she pushed things on them. For example, when the kids had to start washing their own dishes. They had servants in the house, so but she made them like, yeah, you're 4 years old now. You could put a chair on the sink and start washing your own dishes.
That's some good life skills.
I think so too, but she was a little extreme with it.
Extreme.
She went a little heavy-handed.
Yeah, she got a little crazier.
Like, she'd be hanging out and getting all of her laundry done, and she'd be like, hey, kids, how's that laundry back there? Is that done yet?
That's how you got to be sometimes.
Yeah,
You got mad
yeah.
kids, they're supposed to be working for you.
I'm fine. I agree.
They're fucking until they're 18.
I was saying, I hope there's no children listening to this show. But if there are children,
Mike's right there.
oh yeah, Mike is a child.
Mike said
But if
it's
there are
too.
children, here's
All
a
of it.
secret. Here's a secret. If your parents are making you do the dishes, just eat pudding and tapioca, because it's easy to clean.
Or get a bread bowl.
Or get a bread
Yeah,
bowl.
or get a bread bowl,
Eat with your hands.
right?
Eat McDonald's.
Or just eat what are those little things called? The
Hot
wiener
Lunchables.
dogs.
Oh, pigs and blankets?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pigs
Cocktail
and
wieners.
blankets
Those are
all day.
amazing.
Children in duvets.
Which, all right, so all said and done, you can have your opinion on that. I mean, I know more than you because I'm doing the show.
Right.
She made
At
him do
this point,
shit.
I'm
they
saying
didn't
it
have to
gets.
do.
It gets, okay? Right now, it's not so
Alright.
bad.
So I
she
feel
puts-
bad for this kid who has to do the dishes. Oh, who?
So she put. Okay, so she puts Christopher in a military boarding school.
Oh, it blows.
Yeah, and he never really wrote home much because he was like, military is much cooler than my mom. She doesn't strap
Yeah.
me to a bed at night, which also happened.
Really?
Yeah, he used to just like get up and go wander in the backyard, and she was like, I don't want you to do that. So she would strap him to the bed at night. See,
Wow.
they're just, we're piling on, okay?
They didn't have locks back then? You lock your door?
No, they won't lock the door. They just strap the bitch up, you know?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, dang.
So Joan, she does marry this man. He's not a Hollywood guy, but he's extremely rich, and possibly more important, his name is Alfred Steele.
Oh, Lex Steele's dead?
Lex Steele's dad.
Lex Steele's dad.
That's a huge plus, and huge. He is the CEO of Pepsi Cola.
No way.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Too bad he's not like the CEO of Coke, because it's way better than Pepsi. I'm just saying.
I don't care. I care about the money and the bubbles. The syrup is all the frivolous stuff.
Coke in a can, definitely. Pepsi in a bottle.
Pepsi in a bottle. That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
I
Coke in a
wouldn't.
can.
I wouldn't know enough. It's a very South Shore thing for you to say.
Yeah, that's
It's very.
That's
you're showing
Mike-
your true
It's the
colors.
way that metal, hits the soda and makes it taste right.
Okay.
that is Mike's anthem. Is,
Ooh, Dr. Pepper
I'm a
can is better than
Pepsi
too.
in
We
a
should
bottle.
You guys should do a tasting one day.
Best
All right.
sodas.
Yeah, tasting of Coke. in a
RC
bottle
Cola
and a
is the
can,
king.
a Pepsi in a bottle and a can, a Mountain Dew in a bottle and a plastic bottle and a can, and then something else.
That sounds like some excellent YouTube content for like 2005.
The only taste test I'm going to do is various barrels of guns in my mouth to see which one would taste the best.
One that's really gonna like, do its job right.
Exactly. What am I tasting right now? Well, this is definitely a double barrel. I am going very Kurt Cobain. Let's continue here. So she called this idiot the fat love of her life. I may have added a word or two in there. It might be love, might be fat. So she attended meetings with him so often that they called her Miss Pepsi Cola. This is really annoying.
She was
So
very sweet.
every meeting, they were married for about 5 years, and it was a great time. They did all the things. They traveled all over the place. They went to all these Pepsi plants. She would go, try a little Pepsi here and be like, I'm doing it.
Is Crystal Pepsi her urine? She's very hydrated.
That's a really good idea. That could be real. I cannot confirm or deny that.
I never tried it. Crystal Pepsi here was delicious.
We only had it up here on the North
that?
Shore. I don't know if you. Yeah, it was Pepsi that was discontinued because the fine folks at Pepsi realized that only rich people could afford it.
Oh, it was expensive.
It was
Pepsi?
very expensive Pepsi. It was Cristal Pepsi.
Oh, that's what that was called.
Yes, so Cristal Pepsi,
Oh,
and
I
then
thought
they
it was normal
It was like
Pepsi.
Diet
All I'm saying is that the demographic
no.
didn't meet up with the market, and it's fine. So, look, these two are married for a bunch of years. She becomes Miss Pepsi Cola. She's on the board of Pepsi Cola. Oh, we'll have a good time. Too much of a good time. Too much Pepsi Cola. You know what that gives you?
Sure.
A fat person heart attack, which is exactly what he had.
Oh, no.
Right in there. Right in the fucking aortus. Okay, so now Joan was advised by Pepsi that her attendance in the meetings were no longer required, but she was like, I like that guy a lot. He died. I'm sad. I'm going to be here. Pepsi is me now. So this lady is Pepsi.
Wow.
She's basically the original Jenner who brought peace in 1959.
Wow.
Just before the war broke out in Vietnam. It's good stuff. Okay? Keeping peace with Joan Crawford and one of the which Jenner was it?
Kylie Jenner.
Ky-
The sexy one.
Kylie.
Oh,
Wait.
Kendall.
No, it's Kendall.
Kendall Jenner. All right, so she
Oh,
was
yeah,
Kylie-
Kendall Jenner with her
Kylie's-
Pepsi protest.
Like Kylie was the loaded one.
Kylie is the makeup girl.
right.
And then Kendall's the model that did the Pepsi.
Did the
Yeah.
Pepsi
Good.
thing.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
so
Good.
we can thank
Good.
Joan Crawford retroactively for that advertisement. That has brought so much joy
It's my life.
and it has really
Yes.
brought people together.
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
we're done Pepsi now. We've all tasted
I don't want
Pepsi.
to sip.
We're all diabetic.
I've never had a
Statistically.
Pepsi Cola. It's disgusting.
It's the
Weird.
prime soda.
I'm
over Coke.
diabetic with
With what? Diabetes?
laughter.
Diabetes.
Diabetic with laughter. Yeah. You
Yeah.
laugh too much, you need your
Too
insulin. I get it.
much.
I know. I've
Too
seen it.
much
I'm very
laughter.
funny, so I've seen it plenty of times. Now, down to earth. Simple, unpretentious, smart about films. This is her personality. This is how she projected herself to the public. She was always nice and generous to the crew. Got to give it out to Joan. She was nice. She answered her own fan letters, every single fucking one of them.
Wow.
You're a good person.
Damn.
Yeah. Now she'd get dressed up to go out to the market because if someone saw her or someone wanted to do a random interview on the street, she didn't want to complain. She was just like, I got to look good. I got to do it. She would rather be written badly about than not be written at all in a way, but she wanted to maximize that. So Joan's public image was pretty solid for her whole career. Joan loved attention. When she would leave places in the cab, she would turn on the light in the back so her fans could see her, take pictures, tell the driver, go slow. I want to wave at people like the queen in the carriage, but, it's a human being, not a horse. Get that through your head. Now, she loved playing bitches because this is where she was able to have it out. So her movies, like I mentioned before, she was always the bitch, and it kind of made up for her public image. She liked that idea. But to be fair, I don't think that she wasn't not a bitch. So
Wasn't not a
bitch.
bitch.
Okay.
Fans and stuff like that.
what's that?
That's pretty cool that she writes to all of her fans and stuff like that. That's pretty noble.
I'll give it to her. She's not the worst person we've covered. She did it. Okay. At home.
However, at home.
It got a little weird.
Gotta beat those kids.
Yeah, beating kids. We already know about that. She had some OCD behavior. It got a little crazy. I'm not talking like OCD, like, oh my God, so OCD. I gotta like turn the light on when I walk in her room. Like people don't understand.
Oh wow!
Turn on 3 times, not once.
Is it not like infuriating when people use the term "so OCD" when they do something like clean up after themselves?
Gotta be clean up, so OCD.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I think it's really upsetting when people misuse that term, and then when I go into Target and I start beating off, and I say, "Excuse me, this is OCD,"
All right,
and they arrest me.
Have a good day.
Yeah, they arrest you because you were too OCD, and now
That's
you can,
not funny.
It's
Why not funny. It's a mental health problem.
That's a condition he has.
Right. Well, anything that will help you in your further endeavors in suing the city of Portland
Well, yeah.
into further shit, then I'm all for. Now, one thing that was very particular, she didn't allow wire hangers in her house.
What?
I mean, they suck.
Well, it was because she was like, we're rich. We're beyond this. We dry clean everything. And as soon as it comes in on the wire hanger, you have to take that. And it has to be recycled, which is an annoying thing to hear from someone. And it must be turned into an airplane for a war I will never think about. Now, she always had these wire hangers. She kept her furniture covered in plastic. She wasn't even Italian. I don't understand. Washed her hands 10 times a day.
Oh, that sucks.
This is at a time when people didn't wash their hands.
That's crippling.
This is, now we're trying to get people to wash their hands, so they got the whole COVID thing. I don't know if you heard about this, but like, you should wash your hands.
Well, so if you're gonna eat a burrito and you got poo poo doo doo on your hands, that poo poo doo doo is gonna go in your mouth.
Right.
I thought the
Yeah,
more
so you
should wash
the
your
less
hands.
chances you are of catching something.
Right.
Or if you're eating a bread bowl and you got poo poo doo doo on your hands, it's going in your mouth.
It's very cool. Well, you eat bread with your hands and you eat soup with a spoon, so in between you shovel.
Yes.
You understand? You shovel all the food.
So
Okay.
if you keep clean hands, then we don't need to worry about the tortoises because you just use your hands as utensils, you idiots.
Yeah.
Because they're clean.
You talk through a straw like this. I'd much rather make my hand into a straw than be given a shitty paper straw that's going to fall apart. But that's not here
Yeah.
or there. We have to get through the episode. Excuse me. So this bitch would clean hotel room floors that she stayed at.
Damn.
She never smoked a cigarette unless she opened the pack herself. And she smoked a lot of cigarettes.
Respect.
But if someone offered her a cigarette, she would go, no thanks, sweetie, and then go throw up.
No dollar bogues.
None.
No
No dollar.
Yeah,
bill.
no
those
Lucy's.
No.
Jeez.
So she would also have her children scrub the bathroom floors like way too often. Pretty sure those kids there's a lot of calcium under the nails, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, probably a lot
Hmm.
of bleach in their lungs, which
Yeah.
isn't good.
Bit of
Yeah,
that.
so we got
Strong.
a Howard Mendel.
Right. Howard Mandel,
But they're
best
rich,
friends
though.
with Howard Weinstein.
Yeah.
Now, was cleaning her home a cathartic way of wiping away her sins after night over night of drinking and fucking dudes?
Yeah.
Tom, you've been
Live
talking
your
about
life.
fucking dudes a lot, but like, are there any juicy deets on these fucking dudes?
Juicy deets? No. She was private enough where no real deets. Like, she wasn't describing tip sizes or anything like that.
Yeah, the
Oh.
only thing, like the one thing we have is her daughter telling us that there were lots of uncles throughout her life that would come by and they'd be there a few months
the
and then
night.
all of a sudden, no, that's not your uncle anymore.
New
This is your new uncle.
That was just my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, Uncle Johnny
that was, but that
Sins.
was
My life
uncle,
friend.
Right.
Uncle Johnny
Oh, it's
Sins.
too close now? Oh.
So, yeah.
Arf.
But we don't know who these uncles were, unfortunately. She was very private.
My
She
goodness.
was good at being
Maybe
private.
she was a virgin.
She's a virgin, actually.
I think
But she
she's a
adopted all
virgin.
those fucking kids.
Clark Gable actually had a vagina, and the two of them would scissor. So
Wow.
imagine that one. Probably not. That might be
Hey,
slander.
you never
Wait,
know.
did you hear Mike's theory?
What's Mike's theory?
That she
You're
was
a virgin until you have children?
No, I said maybe she was a virgin. That's why she adopted all those kids. But then she
Well,
has a
she
kid.
had
though.
miscarriages. You can't have a
No.
miscarriage.
Yeah. She's lying.
That's half
She's
a
a
kid.
fucking liar.
What you meant to say was
Can I get-
that you're a virgin until you have children.
It is true.
A
I don't know. I mean, a miscarriage could be like, oh, I accidentally put a carriage up there and it missed.
Oops.
Okay, I'm going to push past this. Now, Her interior decorator and friend Billy Haynes once noted how she discarded apartments full of furniture during her early years of Hollywood. So she'd be like, "Oh, I'm a big star, and also everything's dirty. Gotta leave it."
Instead of cleaning it, she would just throw it on the curb.
So she even threw her back out 3 weeks before she died, scrubbing floors.
Sheesh.
She was just scrubbing a floor. She hadn't been working in a while. She's a very proud woman. Aging. She holed up in a New York apartment. Would never go out to have dinner or visit any friends. And she never let her servants go.
Oh,
no. Why did I say never? I said even let her servants go. So she does die alone. But someone asked me how she did it. Wait, no,
Gabby,
don't ask me yet. Don't ask me yet. I'm sorry. I missed a part.
I don't even want to know.
According to one of the twins that she adopted, she was a wonderful, caring mother. And
So wait, Tom. When I looked her up online, the first thing that popped up was a Washington Post article that said Joan Crawford's daughter said my mom should belong in jail for attempted murder.
yeah, we're gonna get into that.
Okay,
we're getting into it. Okay, so we're gonna do we'll do the mortem. We're gonna put her in the ground, and then there's a little bit of post mortem here.
Okay.
Just a touch. Sorry for the length on this one, guys. I'm just pretty awesome. So
it's all right. My bladder is terrible. So
Was there
my problem?
a reason why she had OCD? Like a traumatic experience in her life?
Nah, she just danced on too many milk bottles. So here we go. Let me just.
Fair enough.
According to one of the twins that she mothered, the adopted twins that she got from an illegal child rearing home, they said that she was a very caring mother, and she also seemed very uncomfortable while stating this on camera. And I'll tell you why she had to state it. Also worth mentioning is that while she was in her dying years, she took in her second husband that we all really liked so much, Franchot, or Franchot, when he was wheelchair-ridden, and served him dinner and tried to cheer him up. They were friends again. They got back together.
I think the coolest Burger King kid was Wheels. So why wouldn't you bring him back in?
He was pretty cool. I like the guy with the eyeballs.
Yeah, he was cool too.
Cyclops.
Yeah. Okay, so now ask me how he did it.
How did he do it?
Thank you, Mike, for sounding like Gabby. Now, Joan died May 10th, 1977, at the age of, we don't know, from a heart attack in her Lenox Hill apartment.
Oh.
A few days before her death, she gave away her Shih Tzu dog named Princess Lotus Blossom because she loved animes. So here's
Lexington Hill. That's in New York. Where were you?
Lenox Hill. It's in New York City. It's rich people just chill there.
I thought you said Hollywood.
No. Well, she retired into New York City.
Oh, okay.
She spent most of her life in Hollywood. And she did travel around a lot, as the stars do. They visit. They're in Europe. They're in New York. They're seeing the plays.
Yeah.
Right. So her will bequeathed money to her twins, each of which received $77,000.
That's it.
Whoa.
From her $2 million estate. Okay,
Right.
That's not a lot of money. From $2 million.
Well, no, that's a lot of money. For back in the 70s?
77.
That's a house.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure they weren't complaining. She ended up denying her eldest the privilege of even being in her will.
Oof.
Ooh, fuck.
All of the money went to charity. So check this shit out.
Wow.
Fuck
Fuck.
you,
Now,
Mom.
this is where all the postmortem starts. This is where the fun shit starts. Travis, as you just mentioned, a certain Christina Crawford coming in hot and salty like a motherfucker.
Oh.
Okay, so book, film, 1978, the year after Mommy is dead. Christina comes out with the book, Mommy Dearest, published an expose on her mother for being an abusive bipolar alcoholic. Now, those all sound like victimhoods to me, but back then you could really ride that out like a motherfucker. Okay, so many friends denounced the book as fiction, but there were many famous people said that Crawford's strange and unbalanced behavior seemed to line up with what was going on in that book.
I mean, I don't know. She's like weird OCD lady. I'm sure she was like, I don't know, want to taste my women's cloth belt?
Well,
Gross.
It gets weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so the book was later adapted into a movie. What year? 1981, of the same name. Okay, Faye Dunaway. Okay,
Ah.
Gabby watched the movie. She screened it for me. She told me what's up.
Thanks, Cap.
She micromanaged her housekeepers. She had so many lovers that her children barely remembered specifics. They were forced to call them uncle or daddy, even if they only saw them a handful of times in their life.
No.
She was also apparently, she brought home some women. Okay, that's fine. Had to call them mommy, mommy. It gets very confusing, especially if they keep rotating. Consistency is key with
rotating
children.
those hips.
Rotating hips. Shoulders, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe shoulders.
Wow. She believed that she could be the mother and the father, so she wanted to double down. She was denied her adoption. She was denied her adoption being a twice divorced single woman. So you gotta pull a lot of strings, is what I'm saying. Some producer guy named Greg, she was fucking, helped her adopt a month-old baby through suspicious and expensive means. She hired a nanny to take care of the kids while she was working. Joan threw her lavish parties with all the favors a kid could even want. She got the kids all the shit. She got the ponies, the carnivals, all that crap. She wanted the paparazzi to be there and see how well she took care of the kids. Maybe it was a front. It was probably a front. It was
a good
front.
mom to me.
Joan matched Christina's outfit. Joan was clearly very jealous of her own child while the paparazzis were taking pictures of them. Very strange. Weird publicity stunt. This is the OG Jolie, which is Angelina Jolie if you are not American. That's what that means, you know?
That's horrible.
Try to get those kid pics, you know? Look what I did with Brad Pitt. We didn't even have sex. Okay?
Yeah, so like
Brad
there's
Pitt
a term
got
for dick pics, but can we just make kid pics a thing?
No.
That sounds bad.
You're a
Travis.
sick guy. Please
No,
don't
I'm not
say it.
trying to make it sick. I'm just saying people that go on Instagram take pictures of their kids so they get likes.
Oh, yeah. No, that's also a form of sickness. Yes, if we can make it a derogatory thing.
Oh, that is pretty nuts when people do that shit.
Right?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
All right. Well, with that being said, let's make that happen. She allowed Christina to choose her favorite present and then donated the rest to a local orphanage, which Joan publicized. So imagine that. You're a little kid and you're like, yeah, I got a bunch of toys. Yeah. Mom said I only have one toy now.
That's dumb. I don't like
You
that.
got you little shit, you little rich fuck.
Wow.
Yeah, and since all the toys back in 1942 were just like, wood, it's like, these woods go together. I need a bunch of them. I can't just have one of wood.
Pretty much.
So
Incompatible wood.
So then she, when they got a little older, she would tell the kids that they were adopted.
That's nice.
And that they were so lucky because their lives outside of this would have been shit. She drilled her children like a sergeant. She'd have them repeat lessons till exhaustion, up all night.
Oh, good.
3 o'clock in the morning, going, Mom is nice. Now, Joan would race Christina doing laps in the pool. Obviously, Joan would win and then just spike a bottle of Gatorade on her head every time. Between the broad shoulders and just like, being an adult, she's going to have an advantage over Christina.
Right.
I know. There's nothing like fucking just mashing a kid when they're like, I'm really good at doing something. You're like, you're small and your legs don't work as better as mine.
Well, not
I mean, my lungs don't work very well, but like I could run faster than you because I got bigger legs just in general.
Yeah.
Not to dox any children, but Gabby, your family friend that is a lot of fun to hang out with. I destroyed that kid in Mario Kart.
Tom was so mean.
She was talking so much game. I
You
was
gotta
like,
Well, yeah, you got to
Tom
put kids
all right,
in place.
Tom was pretty nice. He played one game with her that he played for real, and then the next game
You let her win.
he sucked.
no, that kid has a good sense of humor.
Yeah, she
Shout
does.
out. I'm not doxing kids stuff, but she's fun.
Yeah,
Dude,
All
dox
right.
all kids.
Tom was
Dude,
mean.
kids are doxed when they fall out of the vagina nowadays.
True. What do we call it? Baby Brazil. We'll call her Baby Brazil.
Baby Brazil.
Okay? Baby Brazil.
Okay.
Baby
She's fun.
Brazil.
Baby bless you.
Yeah. She likes video games and to be challenged. So anyway, Christina actually admired her mother a lot and would sit in front of her mother's vanity pretending to be interviewed. One time, Joan caught her daughter and assumed Christina was making fun of her and erratically cut her daughter's hair while just like crying and freaking out, really unbalanced people do.
Like Sinead O'Connor style?
Yeah. Well, some people get mad at science and other people get mad at their children.
Kids, yeah.
These things happen.
Mm-hmm. Now, Joan once caught Christina playing with dolls and scolded them as Joan used to scold Christina. Just having fun. It's like, you got to do like mommy do. So Joan came in the room and just threw away the dolls. She's just like, you can't have fun like I'm having, you fucking idiot.
This is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She like scrubbed the floors.
She
and they're
didn't
like,
want
no.
any Inception. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
No having fun.
So she'd have her kids bring her coffee in bed when she was hungover as punishment for making too much noise being a kid. That's fine.
Yes.
Do you think when she was hungover, she'd lay in bed and go like, "I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell. I know, I'm a child abusing."
That's exactly what she would do. Yeah. That's pretty
Exactly
accurate.
how it went.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying that's.
Also, if you're going to be a drinking parent, wouldn't you want to just befriend your kid? Like, kids like doing shit for their parents, like getting them coffee and shit like that.
Yeah.
Hey, can you get me one of those fucking, Gatorades from downstairs?
Yeah, my dad, go.
Later.
My dad, go get me 2 packs of fucking Camels
Drive me to the
right now.
pharmacy.
Yeah.
Go to the store.
Don't
Here's
punch her.
my credit card.
You're the coolest person in the world to your kids. Just make friends with them. Be like, hey, daddy is a little hungover. Could you use my... I don't want to look at any screens right now. I'm a little coked out. Could you please order me some Taco Bell?
I'm just saying, like, I don't want children, but I do want a monkey that can light cigarettes for me. So if I had... Thus, this is science here, Cody. You can agree
What'd you
with me.
name him?
If I had a child, I would want the child to do the same things the monkey did for me, which is light cigarettes for me.
Right.
Yo, come on, Bradley, light my fucking cigarette.
Bradley, my monkey.
Bradley Lee.
Bradley Lee.
Bradley.
All right. So she would also tell her children that they were very selfish and spoiled, even though they really weren't. I mean, they lived in a nice house, but she just kind of beat them up all the time. Joan accused everybody in the business of constantly going behind her back, hiding roles from her, giving them to younger actresses, perhaps with smaller shoulders, before she could even try out. Since Joan could cry on the spot, she'd manipulate the hell out of her coworkers. This didn't just happen in front of the camera. She was crying all the time.
Oh, shit.
So after she was fired from MGM, she went a little insane. She started cutting up her garden, watching the kids like going, "Why are you cutting up all these nice things we have, Mom? They're flowers." And she would just be like, "It's 4:00 in the morning. We got to get rid of these roses because they look like someone that might be named Louis B. Meyer."
Oh.
I'm not crazy. I'm just a little unwell.
So there are certainly some psychotic episodes written in this book. I would believe that it's mostly true, but this lady, Christina, she also published this book after she was left out of a lot of money. So you gotta, consider that while reading the whole thing. Now, she did send up the kids up to boarding school, as I mentioned, both of them, not just Christopher. Crawford played Joan Borman Kane on a soap opera called The Secret Storm in New York from 1968 until 1969. When Crawford was in the hospital recovering from an emergency operation in 1968, Joan, then just over 60 years old, asked for the role of the 24-year-old character that I guess you...
Good.
Yeah, so she didn't really know. She
You
didn't know
don't
how to
get
do it.
Dude, you see this one butt cheek? It is so bootylicious. The
Just
other
look at
one,
this one. Just
yeah,
focus
just
on
shoot me
this.
from that angle because the other one's flabbing all the way down to my ankles. But this one looks nice.
Okay.
This is back when the terminology, "I don't think you're ready for this jelly," was a negative thing. It was like,
I don't think you're ready
for
for
this jelly, but perhaps you could shoot my tight buttocks on this side.
I don't think you're ready for this jelly referred to a shrimp aspic, the meal.
Well, hell yeah. So
If you don't know what an aspic is, it's a savory gelatin mold.
Thank you.
Okay.
So she did so without mentioning to her daughter and under the guise of the holding rule for Crawford. So wait, what does this mean? I'm a little confused. Gabriella?
Okay, so her daughter was in the hospital, and she went over to ask for this role as a over 60-year-old to play a 24-year-old character.
Right.
Yeah.
So she didn't. So while her daughter was in the hospital, she snuck over to the studio and just asked for the role. She was like, "Oh, I'm Joan Crawford. I'm her mother. Like, I've got to have this role. Who else would play this?
Right. Christina
So-
Crawford was playing the character
Yeah.
in the soap opera, not Joan.
So as a
Oh, so
sneak-
she's trying to yoink her daughter's role because her daughter's like got a broken leg or some shit.
Yeah. Which is so
shitty.
crappy.
That's
So
how you
she
do
went
it.
over there and she was just like, "Hey, it's gonna be me. I'm Joan. I'm gonna do this."
Yeah, you
know?
look 24.
Right.
Yeah, I suck as money caps as a 24-year-old, and
So
I'm in
they-
my 60s.
Exactly. So they redid the whole script for that episode and everything.
Yeah. So she actually did 4 episodes on the soap opera. It increased the viewership by 40% during this replacement time. And Christina Crawford felt awfully betrayed and embarrassed by her mother's seemingly intoxicated performance. So, to wrap this up, that's the end. We got
Wow.
Joan is a crazy person. I want to add one more anecdote here. So, apparently, this was backed up by a few things and is famously poorly portrayed in the movie Mommy Dearest, with Faye Dunaway. A real accident where, you remember how I said no wire hangers, wire coat hangers?
Right.
Yeah.
So apparently, the story goes is that Christina, she was tasked with taking all of her clothes off of the wire hangers from the dry cleaning and putting them on the nice hangers.
Okay.
She didn't do that. She forgot because she's a child or whatever. And Joan Crawford wakes up in the middle of the night and thinks to look if she had done this. And when she realized that there's wire hanging on her railings that she installed, she takes one of the wire hangers and beats the shit out of Christina. Now, this is famously and poorly portrayed in that
Yes.
movie,
That's how you do it.
but this was like the big apex. Like, my mom beat me with a wire hanger. So,
That's a phrase, isn't it?
it might be.
Yeah.
It
I feel
sounds
like it
familiar.
is.
Yeah. But either way,
Right?
Also, like, if you're going to pick something to get beat with, a wire hanger, not so bad.
that's what I thought.
Yeah. It probably hurts to like, you get whipped with, like you get smacked really hard with it on your
bit of
ass or
whip.
something.
You're not going to
Yeah.
break any bones,
Yeah,
all
it's
that
gonna
shit.
hurt.
You know what? I think it's the perfect choice of weapon to use
On a
Really?
kid.
divisively if you know you're going to leave someone out of a will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if you were like, I beat someone with a garden spade, like that is murder. Beating
Yeah, a
someone with
little
a wire hanger, like, not so bad.
So
Maybe
Yeah,
they're into it.
She left her so like her children, her first 2 children, Chris and Chris. Christina and Christopher.
Chris Christie.
They were both, sent off to boarding school when she adopted the other 2 children she had. And they were kind of just neglected off the side. And then
That's fucked up.
at the end of her life, as we've seen, she gave all her money to the 2 girls at the end, like the twins.
So apparently there was another person involved in the estate.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting their name, but it was a family, but they started showing up and hanging out. And there
it was one of the twins'
Oh,
sons.
yes, you're right. So one of the twins doubled down and started hanging out with mommy a lot more.
Uh-huh.
And I think there was a court case in which the 2 older kids brought them to court because they thought that they were devised out of there by some kind of finaglery, and that that will was written when she was really angry, like 20 years prior.
So wait, like, all right. So before we wrap on this bitch,
Yeah.
like, what do you guys? What's the consensus from everyone? Do you think that the adopted daughter, was telling the truth, or was Joan just a nice lady that had some quirks?
I think that my personal take on this is that Joan Crawford was very progressive and she wasn't an ageist. And she saw that childish behavior was not acceptable.
A beautiful
And-
soul.
Okay.
Wow. What
like
a way
that.
to word it.
Yes. I like Joan Crawford overall. She played great
Mike.
horse.
Are you swiping right on
Yes.
her child rearing?
Wow.
Her childbearing.
Her child
Rearing.
Her child beatings.
Rearing.
I mean,
she had
she
no
takes no shit. I like that. She's fucking. She gonna be running shit. I could just like hang out at the pool and like fucking eat hot pockets and shit. She'd be having the kids clean shit.
I like
I like this lady.
He's swapping right.
It's good. Good lady. Cody, what do you think, man? Would you go out with Joan Crawford?
I don't know.
Are you kidding me?
The fucking picture Mike painted, I just want to say yes to whatever he painted. So I'll vote. I'll defer my vote to Mike. So,
yeah.
Gabby, you did all the research. What's your consensus?
No. I think that even if the things that her daughter said weren't true, she still sounds too anal.
No, I mean, guys like that.
To be
well,
they do
like being abused.
I knew
a little
you'd say
bit of
something like
abuse.
that.
It's an easy joke. I'll admit
that was too easy.
It's
Tom.
low-hanging
very easy.
fruit.
Calm
I
down.
admit it. I know. I'm just having fun.
I think she was too anal to be, too. I don't know. Like, Jesus Christ, she seems like a micromanager. Like if she worked at a store at a Pepsi, if she worked at 7-Eleven. Managing Pepsi Cola, she'd be the worst micromanager to work for in the world.
What if she worked at Micro Center?
Gabby, I think I kind of agree. I'm getting very proto Karen vibes.
Yeah.
Really hard.
Yeah, like a 30s Karen. Yeah.
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 You gotta beat those kids once in a while.
I don't know. I think she's got fucking crazy eyes. I think that the kid is completely true.
Yeah,
she looks terrifying to me. Like
Yeah,
I
this
think
is the way I
if I put my penis inside of her, I'd be afraid that it would get chomped off.
It probably would. But yeah, even if her daughter Christina's book wasn't fully 100% true, there's still some shit going on there. Like she was definitely at least OCD.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So her freaking out on her kids for not being OCD like she was is OCD behavior.
Yeah.
That makes
sense. Cody, is one of your kinks getting beat with a wire hanger? Because, I'm sure there's people on the internet that want to see that.
I don't know about that. I feel like it doesn't have the right bounce back. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Not the same as hot wax?
No, I'm thinking like leather paddles, Mike. You know what I mean? That satisfying snap.
I don't know. Wire hanger infers weird things.
I like the belt.
Well, there you
Belt's
go.
good.
Now we know how every single member of Roast Mortem and our guest, Gabriella, want to get beaten or their personal preferences on it. I think that's a great note to wrap this episode up on.
Don't kink shame us.
I'm not. I'm here to congratulate everyone
Always
who
have a safety
listens to
word.
these and becomes smarter with every episode and becomes more advanced of a human who can really appreciate society as they move forward. There's a slew of reasons why you're here, and we must thank you for recognizing that.
Yeah. Donald Shane to all you.
No,
Wait, should we do what we say about... You should go to roastmortemcast.com. You should go to
get that in there, Travis.
You should go to patreon.com/roastmortemcast. You can throw some money if you'd like us to show. If you'd like us one over the show. Then you should go and say hello to us and give us money.
I'm so poor, please.
Let us know where those broken links are.
Yeah, we have lots of broken links on our website, roastmortemcast.com.
But we could link in real life if we could hang out.
Yeah, fun fact.
If you could give us some money, we can link those pages,
Yeah.
Let's get some donations going.
Also, I'm going to send out a formal complaint to the internet /wikipedia.com.org that we got to get rid of the word linked and change it to docked. Because men's rights.
Men's rights. Shout out to Stefan Molyneux.
I like that. Let's dock.
Let's just dock. Let's dock.
Let's dock later.
I know. Yeah, that's one.
As
guy.
Jordan Peterson wants to dock all of you because he's into men.
Yeah, he's into men cleaning their room. It's very sexy. Okay. Thanks for listening, Gabriella. Thanks for doing the research. And Mike, thanks for being here, man. We always love that shit.
Look at that.
Hey, Tom, thanks for reading my scattered ass script.
I thought it was a good script.
Great script.
I thought it was pretty good. I was going to rip it apart more, but I couldn't.
Thank you. If I needed you to say that you probably want to bear, but rock is my house up here.
Don't tell someone you love that you're lactose intolerant.
Yes.
Good job, Mike.
The hard L word. Right?
Yeah, lactose.
You only sell one butt.
Lactose.
One butt cheek, not